And then there were 4. Stidham. May.
Leading with the best, I see.
Sam Darnold. And Matt Stafford, dude.
Shades of 2017.
Yes, I know. Nick Foles is going to make some money this year at the Super Bowl if the Broncos get there.
Viral tweet already.
How's everybody doing? We are live. I got Dr. Fax with me. I got Nolan here. I got Cowboy Reed here. Tanner and Charlie are in the back, and Bo is inside the computer as always. It's a fucking sausage fest in here.
I'm going to stop you right there real quick. I got something for you, all right?
Yeah?
Darkness cannot drive out darkness.
That's interesting. Because
only light can do that.
You stole my
hate
quote.
Cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. That is a Dr. Martin Luther King quote. Want to say happy MLK Day today.
Yeah.
And just for everyone out there, Chris did give me the option to not have to come to work today.
I did.
And I chose to come because
I said you can. I was like, it was like third quarter of the Rams game, and I was like, "Fuck, you can go home now. It's almost Monday. Like I'll just watch the rest of the game by myself." But you white motherfuckers got to come to work. All right, I did. I brought 2 quotes in that I think are kind of important.
Nice.
First off, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. I think we see that right now. And the other is education must enable one to sift and weigh evidence to discern the true from the false, the real from the unreal, and the facts from the fiction, which I think is a fundamental challenge facing our society right now. That's why I'm pro-education.
Absolutely.
Which, might mean the adults of today's day and age are fucked. And we just need to pour into the kids.
Yes.
But
great quote.
Happy MLK Day. I brought you 2.
Okay.
Oh, that's breaking the rules.
No, it's not.
Bo?
And for everyone in the chat, and Bo might have didn't get the memo, give him some time.
We set Bo up.
Yesterday I asked everyone, all my coworkers, to make sure they have an MLK Day quote for today. Didn't want to forget.
I'm sure Reed had one.
I do have one. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear.
Fuck, I'm starting to bear that burden a little bit.
I also have one, if I can jump you, Bo. If a man does not have something he's willing to die for, he isn't fit to live. Which also could be about the 2025 Houston Texans defense. Play.
I've also got one, if we want to.
Listen, go ahead. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend.
Deep.
That's some good shit, guys.
I got one, y'all.
Oh, Bo has Google.
I got the Google machine. Forgiveness is not an occasional act. It is a permanent attitude. I like that one. It's good.
I'm losing that one, too. He was too kind. No, fucking happy MLK Day, dude. God, what was I going to say? It was, yeah, I'm just glad you brought that up, because I walked out this morning at 8:15 in the morning because Meg will let me kind of sleep in because I work late on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm like, it's going to be quiet in the kitchen. I walk out there, there's 3 kids there.
School.
I'm like, oh, shit, okay.
School
The quotes. So anyways, we just lost probably 30% of the live stream viewers for
come back.
sharing those quotes.
It's all good.
No, they will be okay.
Yeah.
They will definitely be okay.
Now to the nitty gritty.
To the nitty gritty.
What are we at? We're at 10 coaches fired.
Jesus.
What's the most, is this the most ever, turnaround in one
Dude,
season?
I think this is going to be
almost 1/3 of the entire league.
It's actually
second
close.
Most, 12 one year.
The 10 head coach changes are the most in a single hiring cycle since there were 10 before the 2022 season, and tied for the most all time along with the offseason heading into the 1978, 99, 1997, and 2006 seasons.
Is it too late to fire anybody else?
I mean,
and break the record?
Cincinnati might be like, damn, everybody else did it.
Wait, let me think. Are the last all these coaches, the last coaches, they're safe, right?
Yeah. I think all the coaches down the stretch here are safe. I think Vrabel's going to be the New England coach for a very long time.
Yeah.
I think Sean Payton's done a remarkable job, and if he wins this game this week, they should fucking build him a little statue. And then McDonald is a stud, absolute stud. And Sean McVay, although I didn't think he had his best night last night, is just a whiz, dude. He's younger than me. He's the type of guy when I turn on TV and they're like, McVay turns 40 next week. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? I'll tell you what, I'm seeing my kids a lot more than I would be if I was coaching.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So where do we
before we get into coaches, I'm gonna give you a dog of the day.
Let's do it.
This is at a World Cup ski race. We have a little intruder on the slope.
Oh shit.
Hey.
Look at that happy dog.
Dog likes snow.
Dog loves snow.
He's like, I'm breaking the fucking record here.
And look, hey, great turning radius. It knew exactly where to hit it around the
don't
gate.
Even try, my man. Like, don't even try.
Just
I was
good
do a
work.
play on words, but I don't know a lot of skiers' names.
Yeah, he was just watching people ski like, yo, I want to try it. I got to do it.
That's wild, dude.
That is.
And he made the most
down
of
the
it.
course.
Did he get all the way to the bottom?
I think he got close before he got chased off.
Did
into
he
the woods.
qualify though?
Oh, haters.
Close to in qualifying, almost made a podium. Pretty impressive.
Got it.
That's a fast dog.
I got to put that record up against like Lindsey Vonn's time.
Yeah.
That's how you got to hit the sideline when you're trying to get open.
That's one of the skiers I know.
Yep.
That's how you got to hit
Lindsey
the
Vonn,
sideline.
Michaela Schiffer,
Yeah.
Peaky Boo Street. Shout them all out. Bodie Miller.
Apollo Ono.
Ice skater.
It's
Speed
cold.
skater.
It's
It's
cold,
cold.
there for him too.
Yep.
He could probably ski a little bit. Similar motion, you know?
Probably.
the same thing. Probably the same thing. Okay. We are going to start. We're going to go in the order of the best games of the weekend. The best game of the weekend, in my opinion, was the first game of the weekend. Was it painful for somebody like me? Yet it hurt. But it was objectively a fucking incredible football game. And the one last night was very good too. So we'll go Broncos, Bills, and then we'll go Rams over Bears, and then we'll probably do, although it was charming in its own way, Houston, New England. If you like defense and inclement weather, it was fun to watch, even though I watched a man's soul leave his body and his career totally change out there on the field. Like, that guy's life changed out there. Before we get to, and we'll finish with the Seahawks, just an ass kicking in Seattle. Let's do best and worst flight, right? Because that's how we start this thing. I think, I just best flight first. We go best flight first.
Flight.
I'm going to give it to Kevin Stefanski. Is he two-time coach of the year?
I think so.
Remember when he was like the worst coach in the world a month or two ago, but then everybody lined up to hire him, and now he's going to be in Atlanta with Bijan Robinson
And Jeff Ulbrich, a guy that you
and
said they
Jeff
needed to keep.
Ulbrich. They did the right thing. They kept Jeff. Also think when we talk about Buffalo in a minute, I think it's interesting that you're seeing some unorthodox ways that they're piecing things together. We were talking about Buffalo on the way over. Like, who do you think? They probably have somebody in mind. If you're going to fire Sean McDermott, you can't go lateral move. Like, the gravity of this move is huge. I would think they either have some huge fish, or maybe it's a Joe Brady thing, which we always talk about is like, don't let the future head coach out of the fucking building. Ulbrich stays with the new staff in Atlanta. Good. And maybe it's Joe Brady in Buffalo. But that's my best flight is Stefanski. You go from, I'm coaching in Cleveland. Everybody's telling me I don't want Shador to win any games. I'm the reason, even though they saddled me with Deshaun Watson's contract and everything that came with it. And now he's a head coach in probably one of the most vulnerable divisions in the NFL. And he's inheriting a roster that won 8-9 games this year and at times look like a playoff team. And they don't have quarterback figured out. So, best flight, Stefanski.
Best flight, feel like an easy layup. Got to give it to the LA Rams. Leaving cold, inclement weather in Chicago, heading back west with a gritty win where your quarterback. You really didn't play. Everyone didn't play the best, but they found a way to win, and that's all that matters. I just feel like a nice flight going back West Coast from Chicago.
Hot shower.
Bro,
we survived.
Oh man,
that was you gotta wash that cayenne pepper off your feet, you know,
bro.
I heard about that.
Yo, itchy ass feet, cayenne pepper. Get out of here.
You're gonna have me trying that on Kilimanjaro here in a month, and it's probably gonna cause an allergic reaction.
It probably will. It probably will. But yeah, I'm giving mine to the LA Rams.
Bo, what you got? Best flight.
I kind of figured that someone would scoop the Rams before me. I'm going to go with the flight path of the ball that left Caleb Williams' hands on the way to the touchdown
really good.
for Cole Kmet. Dude, that play, like watching it unfold, fourth down is what, 4th and 4, something like that. And he's like backpedaling, gaining time. The camera's on him, and then it kind of, followed the path of the ball, and then it zoomed out a little bit, and you see Cole Kmet in the end zone, and I'm like, is he out of bounds? Because, he had like 2 or 3 yards of space around. I was like, what the hell? But just watching that, that was just a fun ball to watch travel in the air, man. It felt like it hung up there forever. That was pretty cool.
Boy,
that was
did
my
it.
best flight.
Sam Monson on Twitter said Caleb threw a 51-yard, 14-yard touchdown pass.
It was incredible.
Nuts.
He threw it from the 40-yard line, back of the end zone.
I glitched when we were watching
like
it.
Fading away.
We glitched.
Yeah, like I glitched because it was just like the camera angle, and then when he threw it, I was like, this is surely just going out of bounds. And then the way Kmet just like, it was like he like teleported, like he just appeared. Yeah. Like when they showed the camera, he's just there.
It was like watching.
No way that happened just now. I'm waiting for a flag or a referee's hat. I was like, maybe he came from out of bounds. I was just like, how is he open?
There's it is like watching somebody who's hit like 10 7-leg parlays on the year and then puts in another one, and you're like, dude, surely
smashes it.
When he was running backwards, we were like, no,
game over.
Like, no way.
Over.
No way.
Right there. Over. The fact that he even got to throw it. The fact that he even got to throw it when he put it up, there was nothing in my head. I was like, someone uncovered is going to catch this ball.
We're going to talk about the performance, which was uneven. And the 3 picks hurt. But there's nobody with like a better highlight tape this year.
Yeah.
Like the lows are still low. He's young, but fuck, dude, he is so dangerous. Okay, we got worst flight. I can't really. I mean, we're all going to probably say the same one. I mean, we got the notice this morning. I woke up, rubbed my eyes, rolled over, and saw a text that said, Houston is still not home.
Bruh.
Dude, do you know how terrible that is? Does that mean they were on the tarmac, or did they go to the hotel last night and spend an extra night in New England?
Definitely on the tarmac. You know how that goes.
Yeah,
you're just telling me they were on the tarmac from like...
Because last minute, no hotel is going to have accommodation for 40-plus rooms.
I don't know. It's Foxborough. Like maybe. You're right, maybe, though. Yeah, you're right.
Usually, because I feel like I've had this happen with a team, and I think it's like we waited around for like 5 hours. Like
it happened to us in college.
Oh, maybe
Murfreesboro. We sat on the tarmac
and then
after
they
barely
let us out,
beat Middle Tennessee State.
Stretch our legs for a little bit, walk around, get snacks.
I think it was 5 hours.
Yeah,
we were on the tarmac.
Yeah.
So they were in the air, or they were delayed 7+ hours. They were originally supposed to leave from Providence, Rhode Island. That flight was delayed. Then when it was in the air, it was diverted to Newark. The next flight didn't take off from there until 4:37 in the morning. They finally got home at 8:15 East Coast time.
Right.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Oof.
That's about as bad as it gets, man.
Yeah, it's the worst flight of the, ever.
Dudes probably went to sleep, in their seat or whatever, and woke up.
That's me.
And still sitting, we landed.
The way I'd fuck with Nate sometimes on flights when we were in different states, like if we had to stop and refuel or something, he'd get legit mad at me. Isn't that funny? You get mad at me over that little troll job?
No.
And, like he would not speak to me. Like I'm gonna get you where you're going.
One time he said we landed in Wichita.
I told him we landed in Wichita, and he was like, "What the fuck?" So, that really happened. Are there any other bad flights?
I mean, I got one at the Bills, bro. Like,
well, yeah, obviously,
like Sean McDermott, but not. I mean, even as bad as that flight is, like, I feel like Sean McDermott, he probably had to have seen the writing on the wall at some, like, you know what I mean?
I wonder.
Maybe
like,
he knew and we didn't.
Trickle down.
Look, I think maybe Josh knew. Maybe Sean was like, "Hey, look, if we lose this, I'm out of here."
And that's why he was crying.
And that's why him and Dawkins were crying. That's I was thinking that
maybe because that was a team that was emotional as fuck.
Very.
And like, I'm not one of these people that's like, you know, making fun of dudes for crying. Like, I've cried after a playoff loss, and you know, but seeing Dawkins, bro, when they were like, and Josh said he let the team down, and Dawkins like, he said that. No, he didn't say that. Like, it was like, bro, dudes love each other on that team. So, I mean, I feel for that team. Bad flight, but it can't be worse than Texans spending an extra night in New England in a blizzard.
Texans is by far the worst, but with that Bills one, we can jump right into the Bills.
Why don't we jump in? And what I was going to do, because I know a lot of people came, and I wore a lot of black for the funeral and everything. You know, I know a lot of people showed up to see me cry and, you know, justify and that sort of thing.
You didn't bring a cape?
I didn't bring my cape.
You did?
No, it's times to put the cape on and times not to put the cape on. That's what I tried to tell Josh going to this game.
Word.
If you remember. And you texted me in the beginning of the game and you said he's not listening to you.
He wasn't listening to you.
As soon as Cooks lost that James Cook lost that fumble, it was like he flipped into, you know, hey, riverboat gambler mode. Hey, do you want? I'm gonna let you guys decide because I don't want Broncos fans in here getting upset, and this isn't me delaying the inevitable. Would you rather get the credit first or hear about the elephant in the room?
Elephant in the room.
You want elephant in the room first.
Wow.
Okay, the Broncos. You want to get mad? You get mad at Cowboy Reed.
Okay.
You want to talk about not fun? I mean, you know, when you say, "Hey, this guy's wearing the crown. He's the best quarterback in the league," and then, you know, somehow you feel like you're right because you say, "Hey, the Bills are plenty good to win," and they really were. I mean, that team was plenty good enough to win that game. And Josh makes the mistakes that keep his team from winning the football game, which I thought were uncharacteristic of him in the playoffs. I thought he earned, for one day, his unearned postseason reputation yesterday, or 2 days ago. God, we're talking about last week. Can we just move the fuck on, guys? It's Monday. Dude, Waylon knew that I liked the Bills, and he's always on the other side. My 9-year-old son, he's always on the other side. And so all day, like, I took him to his basketball game. We get in the car. He's like, let's go home and watch the Bills lose, Dad. I'm like, you know, first we got to stop at Wegmans. So go in there. They have some frosted Go Bills cookies. I buy these Go Bills cookies. Like, we're all sitting down by the fire watching the game. He goes up with his friends. It's getting dark. Every excruciating turnover, every bad play, I hear the door up at my house fling open. Take that, Dad. Get picked, Josh Allen. And then the door slams, and I'm like, don't slam that door. You know, like, he's giving it to me, and everybody knows I like the Bills. And, yeah, professionally it's a shitty day because I do take what I say seriously here. It's not just about, like, emotions or fandom. I still truly believe he is that dude. I do. But he didn't do enough to prove that yesterday, or Saturday. That's very disappointing. I thought a couple guys, I don't have the internet right now, and it's not because of the Bills game. I'm not on Twitter. I tweet from my laptop. I don't tweet on the phone. It's like better for your mental health. So I pop on every once in a while. But I did see two people whose takes I agreed with. One of them, my colleague Ryan Clark at ESPN, who, you know, he said in effect, like, listen, like, Josh, for the first time in the postseason, did not play well, and he was the reason the team lost. And he was one of the reasons they're in it, but he's one of the reasons they lost, and he's a big reason they lost the game. And I thought Kyle Brandt nailed it when he said, listen, every year we get up here and we say, oh, feel bad for Josh. And don't worry, I'll get to the keep the same energy crowd. And they're like, why don't you do this for this quarterback or that quarterback? And every year there's good reason to feel bad for the guy because, you know, in losses, and maybe this is part of why Sean McDermott isn't there anymore, they've given up 33 points, 32 points, 27 points, 27 points, 42 points, 38 points. And he said Josh played a C- game for his standard. And I agree with that. And that's the reason they lost the football game. And he said, going into the playoffs, if you liken it to like the NBA, your favorite player, usually you're accustomed to see that guy go for 40. And he went for 22. And it was an uneven game. It was a sloppy game, and he turned the ball over. So I'm not going to sit here, one, and say Josh played well, because it wasn't just the turnovers. It was missed opportunities. And two, I'm not going to blame it on the referees. The Denver Broncos are too good a football team. And quite honestly, like if you want to do the interception thing, you're going to argue until the end of time. It's going to be like a Des caught it thing. And in real time, my reaction was Cooks catch the fucking ball. You don't want that to be a thing, catch the football, right? You want to talk about the Trey White DPI, it's DPI. It's like Trey White slamming his helmet after that call. I understand the emotions and realizing that you're going to lose a football game on a kick and it's going to happen. But, dude, you tackled him. Now, the DPI before that, don't agree, but you also roughed the passer. And you can talk about the Cooks DPI in the corner of the end zone, which I thought it was DPI, but, the cookie crumbled a different way. I'm not going to blame the refs. I'm going to blame the Bills. I'm going to blame Josh Allen. I'm going to blame the Bills. And we're not going to do that whole thing. So, it's one of 4 teams in the history of the NFL to win a playoff game in 6 consecutive seasons, but they have not been able to get over the hump, whether it's a championship game or the divisional round. So that's why McDermott's gone. Here are the plays that Josh Allen wants back in order. And this is the definitive list. Number 1, the fumble before the half. Because if he doesn't fumble that ball before the half, that it was like the lunacy of that play. It was the lunacy of sending him out there, which in real time I didn't hate because I'm an idiot. I was like, okay, take a shot. But I didn't think that, they didn't explain to Josh on the sideline that if nothing's there, you burn the ball, or you take a sack or take a knee. That was asinine, dude. That was a terrible play.
At face value, that's the game. That's 3 points off the board.
And when it happened, you knew they're going to lose this game by 3. You just knew it. And, I think
10-point swing, too, because of the touchdown right before.
No question. I think a lot of it has to do with, and this is something that he has to work on. I talk a lot about when to manage the game and when to put the cape on. I think they're about to go up 14-3 when James Cook fumbles the football. And they're running the ball. Everything we said came true. They ran for like 160, inside zone, outside zone. They are gashing these guys. They're about to go up 14-3. Follow the script that they played in last year. They didn't do that, and I think Josh started pressing, and it's idiotic. And then the number 2 play is the missed throw to Knox. You win in regulation if you make that throw. Is it an easy throw? No, the pocket's collapsing. Knox, you couldn't slide a credit card under his feet. Maybe some other tight ends make that play, but it'd be a really tough ball. You didn't put it on the money. So number 2, you missed the throw to Knox. Number 3, interception off the turnover to P.J. Locke, which was press city. No need to go there. It's 2nd and 14. Just get it back, get in field goal range. Number 4, maybe the dirt ball to Shakir on the perimeter screen that sets him up for a field goal instead of a touchdown on 3rd and 8. But I still think he had to pump that thing, and Cooper's all over it. So really what it comes down to, and this is the deal, if you're Josh Allen and you have people saying you're the best quarterback in the world, you can't make those 3 mistakes. And he did. And you can't do anything about the Cooks pick, in my opinion. Catch the fucking football. Can't do anything about the Benito strip sack. You want to bother me, start touting he had 4 turnovers or something like that. Just say 2, because there were 2 that were on his head, right? The Benito thing he won in 2.1 seconds. It's an asinine protection. Khalil Shakir can't be the guy chipping out and making it actually harder on Deion Dawkins. And, you can't do anything about MVS not breaking out to the sideline. But these are the throws you have to make. The ones I listed are the difference in the football game, along with the James Cook fumble and that sort of thing. Run game, 183 yards rushing, 450 yards of offense, 30 points on a top 3 defense in the league. So as bad as it was, you're still in position to win the game. And you did things to this defense that nobody else did all year. 11 for 16 on money downs. They win time possession by 10 minutes. They lost because they didn't take care of the football, and they didn't follow the script of the game that would have won them the game. So, and you know, some people on TV said, because I was watching halftime shows, somebody said, you know, well, what's changed defensively for the Broncos? It's Hufanga and Singleton and those guys. They still get the ball jammed up their ass. The run game was everything in this game, and I think Josh had to take a back seat to that and didn't once the script fell apart. So now they also lost because the defensive backfield depth is dog shit. Second year in a row. Last year was Elam. This year was Dane Jackson with the game on the line. You're down to a third-string safety for portions of the game. And credit to Sean Payton and Bo Nix and that offense, not just going at the backups immediately, but making the fucking throws. And that's why I want to say in this football game, Bo Nix deserves a lot of credit. And I know he's done for the year. Not just the toughness to stand in there with a broken ankle and deliver a beautiful DPI, you know, that's a DPI ball all the way, you know. And he stands in there, delivers it. Last year was Elam. This year was Jackson, safety. They had the backup center fucking skipping a snap in the red zone, wasting 2nd and 10. This team just continues to have problems. They have injuries, but they also, their depth pieces do not play well. And so, yeah, it's if you're a Bills fan, it's the same old factory of sadness. It is. And this is something that I think is also indicative of the thing. It's not an excuse. This is reality. Josh Allen, this is per Matt Bove, but I don't know how to say his name. 20 of 25, 247 yards, and a touchdown thrown to the tight ends, the running backs, and Shakir. Everybody else, 5 of 14, 36 yards, touchdown and 2 interceptions. So, you know, when you talk about Sean McDermott this morning, it is a little bit confounding to me that Brandon Beane is not in the crosshairs. And not only that, it looks like he's sitting pretty and he's going to help pick the coach. So unless Sean McDermott has been secretly picking the fucking roster since Josh Allen came along, they've drafted 2 Pro Bowlers since Josh Allen was, and I forget who tweeted this. I think it was Ben Solak. They've drafted 2 Pro Bowlers, depending on what you think of the Pro Bowl. And this will be proven when I tell you who those guys are. Since Josh Allen was drafted, James Cook and Dawson Knox, who is a Pro Bowler. That's news to me.
Out of 56 players drafted, 2 players made the Pro Bowl.
So, and there's a lot of misses in there, just flat misses. Okay, you also get your Benfords, right, who surprised me. When was Benford drafted? He's not a Pro Bowler?
23. Yeah.
So that's the stupid thing about the Pro Bowler. Somebody's going to be like, Benford, you never made a Pro Bowl. You're not Dawson Knox.
2022, he was a 6th rounder. And, yeah, no Pro Bowls for Benford.
So that's my take. From the Broncos side, man, the defense, McMillan, we're going to lose track of the fact that McMillan made probably the play of the year for them. I mean, that game's over if Cooks catches the ball because Prater was doing a good job. That dude made that play. He also made the play on the screen pass, setting up Josh's pick that made him press on 2nd and 14. Yep. McMillan was awesome. You talk about bringing in Jahdae Barron this year and, like, trying to push him out a little bit and, like, maybe, you know, it's like, why do you got a great slot corner. This guy's
he makes plays in those situations. Like when we need something, he had a big pick at the with the Bengals game last year. He jumps in and makes tackles in the screen game. He shows up big. He's going to get a big check, hopefully from George Patton.
And Benito with the hustle before the fucking half. That's just like all hustle. That's all effort, and it's stupid as fuck that you even given an opportunity to do that. But go take it off him. And the strip sack out of the half, like knowing you need a play.
I need a Roach jersey.
Roach.
Balled out.
Great
play.
Benito said in the film room preparing, he was like, Josh carries that thing sometimes like, way out here.
It was so like a loaf of bread that I thought he threw it backwards.
Yeah.
I thought he threw it backwards on purpose, dude. These are the moments where you're like, dude, like.
And low key, look, everyone's giving Josh shit for that play. Like
Edwards got to recover it.
The old lineman,
but you can't. But it is Josh.
It is Josh. But
it's Josh.
You're on that ball.
And I do think Singleton made the single biggest play of the game. Okay, we talk about the Josh turnovers, which were abhorrent. But the two of them. But the fumble, dude, that game is dead to rights. And even as a Broncos fan, you go down 14-3 there. Because in the second half, I don't know that y'all didn't move the ball much until that heroic drive.
Right.
That's a Bo Nix legacy drive. And it's also an R.J. Harvey legacy drive because he made the biggest play of the day.
Huge move.
With the run after the catch to basically go from, hey, we're backed up to we're on the doorstep of winning this football game. You know, and so I can't say enough about the Broncos, about Bo Nix. You know, you guys asked me to start with the elephant in the room, but they have done a great job this year of growing up a lot. You know, you talk about like what changed in the matchup one year to the next. I really maintain not much, but the difference was Bills made the mistakes. Denver did not make the mistakes. Bo Nix took care of the football. He did throw it right to the fucking biggest guy on the field. But, you know, like the facts are the facts. He ends up with the football at the end of the game and wins it. And, you know, situationally very aware, did everything they needed to do, didn't really run the ball with a lot of authority, and still found a way to score 33 points and win this game. And in the past game, his receivers let him down at times. And they did have injuries. You know, so you sit out here and say Josh didn't have a full deck. Neither did Bo Nix.
Bo Nix was rolling, I think, from midway through the second quarter with just 3 wide receivers, with Cortland, Marvin Mims, and little Jordan Humphrey, who Bo probably threw the 3 best passes on the day with the 2 touchdown passes and also the drop throw to Jordan on that first drive. But you talk about the Bills drive where Singleton took it off James Cook. They had 3 plays for 32 yards on that drive. They're running right down the field, like you were saying. It's going down 14-3. That's not a place you want to be that early in the game with the first quarter already done, the second quarter halfway through. But Bo Nix, in the fourth quarter and overtime, 11 of 16, 104 and a touchdown. And this is what everybody had been waiting for. The Packers game, we saw it, but then it, like the end of the season, you know, his play went a little, you know, inconsistent. But he showed up. He avenged himself from – he avenged really not himself, but the Broncos from last year's loss to the Bills in the playoffs.
That's right, man. I mean, Bo Nix, this is a big moment for him. It's a shame that he can't continue this journey because I think it would be really hard for the Pats to go into Denver, especially considering the matchups on defense. I still think it's going to be a tough football game, even with the backup. And Stidham, not a lot of tape on him. But, you know, I've seen him play before where I thought, oh, it's a serviceable guy. You know, Bo Nix, I'm gutted for him. I really am.
I had about an hour of happiness on Saturday. Had a couple of beers. I was out with Nate, feeling good.
That was crazy.
I was like, Nate, I'll meet you at the bar. Stopped by, got the news, got the alert, and then I said, Nate, I'm going home.
I gotta go home, man.
Yeah, dude.
I gotta go home.
Nate, I'm going home. But
that's brutal.
I mean, on the play that had happened too, just insane. One, why are we doing it? But, you know, that's, you know, alas. And then the damn nails that guy has to stand in there and throw that shot to Marvin Mims, you know, to draw the penalty.
Yes.
Mims almost had it too.
Yes.
To throw that shot to get that ball
and it's so interesting because I don't think anybody in the stadium knows he broke his ankle except for him.
No.
And I was saying earlier, like, you wish the Bills would have done something. You know, like, well, they brought pressure. You know, maybe it would have been something different if they'd have known that, like, he can't extend a play. You know, like, if we make him sit back there and hold the ball for 3-4 seconds, the thought process is make him move. We're going to bring pressure. And we've been doing it all second half.
Yep.
And I don't know that they knew that anything was wrong with his ankle. Of course, he heard it on the rollout.
Yep.
So, listen, dude, Broncos country, you know, you deserve it. And
God's
Cowboy
country.
Reed, I'm pretty excited for you. It sucks that it had to be Josh,
At
and I
the
got to sit up
cost,
here and, you know, wax poetic about, you know, it's a eulogy here today.
This game would have been a great, and no disrespect to the Patriots, but it would have been a great AFC championship game.
But make no mistake, and I know there's people in the chat, I'm sure, light me up. I'm not really looking. And, you know, there's people, they're vultures, man. They couldn't wait. You got to let people be happy. You know, like, I don't live to, like, watch another quarterback fail. The only guy I ever did that for was probably Tua, and it had more to do with the fans than Tua. And I think that's what happens is people get tired of Josh fans or, you know, the prototypical quarterback thing where it's like, you know, or you turn on TV and you're like, my quarterback, they give this guy grace, but they don't give my guy grace. And it really becomes a thing where you start to look for injustice and applying that injustice to every content creator instead of like, how consistent has each person been? And, you know, I do think when you look around the league, it was a bad performance by Josh. As the weekend went on, I'm like, would I rather have any of these fucking quarterbacks over Josh? I'm sorry, if you in the chat would after what you saw.
Trevor.
Yeah.
I mean, my quarterback beat Bo Nix in Denver, so you know. I mean, it's always nice.
He did, and he's got a growing playoff resume.
Where is he right now?
Yeah, where did he watch that game Sunday?
But I honestly,
discussions were over.
It's wild because you watch and you're like, I know I got to come in today and defend who I think is the best. Because listen, if you're a Mahomes fan and you got an issue with what I'm saying, like, cool.
Mahomes.
I would still say Mahomes hadn't played that well the last couple of years, even though he had his team in the Super Bowl. He just hasn't been Mahomes the last couple of years. I mean, you talk about missing balls. He's missed a lot of balls. If you're a Joe Burrow fan, hey, he's got hardware, great, and widely accepted to be one of those guys. But if your quarterback's somebody else, like, you know, or if you're a Stafford fan, but Stafford went out there and had like a 50% completion night.
Since like week 11
against the Bears.
Has been half.
So, I mean, like, it is a quarterback league. It's also a team league, dude. It's also a team league. And in this particular situation, the quarterback and the team got him beat. And, you know, if you want to do the choke artist thing, I think that's fine. But I think it's also a public declaration that you really haven't been paying attention in January. I don't know if you, like, stop watching playoff games. But this was the first one that I really thought Josh lived up to that reputation. I really do.
Chris, a lot of the Twitter discourse I'm seeing, and that's a bad thing to say. It's like you try to stay away from it, but everyone's talking about Lamar versus Josh Allen. Discourse is honestly a nice way to put it.
They keep the same energy thing. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Can you play two clips for me? I'm going to make you sit through it. And this is – can you play these two clips on the live stream?
Do you want last year's first? Or
start with last year's because supposedly we all just ripped Lamar.
You kept receipts?
Oh, I keep receipts.
So this is
nice to Lamar.
This is Chris after the divisional round last year, Bills Ravens.
Sit with this. And I was gutted for Lamar, who quite honestly
gutted for Josh.
Showed as much class and accountability after a loss as I've seen any quarterback show after a playoff game. The stakes of that loss. Last year when Patrick Mahomes ran up to Josh Allen or during the regular season and was pissed about the call and was incensed because of his competitive fire. I look younger here. People were like, I don't like the way he's acting. When Lamar ran out to shake Josh's hand, I was blown away by his grace and his humility and his ability in his worst moment to smile. And I know that was intentional by him. And it showed Josh a lot of respect. I think it also spoke to the respect that both of them have. When you heard Lamar's comments leading up to the game, this was life or death for him, as close as it could be to the NFL, metaphorically speaking. And it ends on a drop, and he has multiple mistakes in the first half, and he played fantastic in the second half. But that loss fucking hurt. And for him to go out there to midfield and smile on his face, greet Josh, show humility, I don't want to hear a bad thing about Lamar, the person, or the teammate, or the leader, or the human being. He's as accountable and fucking stand up as anybody in the league. And he's damn close to one of the best players on the planet. For different stretches, he looks like it. It hasn't been the case in the postseason. That's weird. Is my energy similar enough? Am I keeping the same energy? Okay, play another one.
And then this is after Week 18, the Ravens lost to the Steelers.
Do I think you could have played better in the middle of the game? Absolutely. In the middle of the football game between 10-0 and 13-10 or whatever it was, it almost felt like to me the offense was in such a lull. They finally ran Lamar on a keep that he had to like punch it into the teeth of the defense. They were talking shit and people were like jostling, as somebody might say. Lamar got a little pissed off and I said, man, he got hit now. He's fucking mad. Watch, he's about to have that Lamar moment. Because 5 minutes prior I said, we haven't had a Lamar moment yet in this game. But we had 3 different Lamar moments. I love the call on the fake toss. You know, obviously, he let Zay Flowers get behind the defense. But also the Isaiah Likely throw was unbelievable. These were quintessential Lamar moments. Okay, so if you were wondering if he still had a pulse, he absolutely still does. And I don't put this game on him. I don't. When Lamar doesn't play well, I tell you. When he plays fine, I tell you. And when he rises to the occasion, I tell you as well. This is an organizational failure. This game was an organizational failure. When the guy puts you in position to win 3 different times, the defense can't make plays. It's very unfortunate. Look at some of the important your defense, and he's out of the football game with something kind of fluky where Alohi Gilman knocks him out. That's what it was, dude. The Tyler Loop kick is one thing, but there was a number of things that they tricked off to be in that position at all. And Lamar was not the reason you lost that game. Did I think he could have played more inspired in the middle portion of the game? Yeah, but they barely had the ball. They barely got anything going.
So that's
this is not a Lamar. It's not a Lamar loss. Yeah, I know what I said. So I'm watching some of the little bitches in the chat that just can't cope. They came here hoping that they'd have some gotcha moment. And honestly, when I hear keep that same energy, this has become a pet peeve of mine in sports media. When I squint my eyes and I hear keep that same energy, I'm imagining somebody I meet at like a brick and mortar shopping mall that like stops me to try out their take, or somebody in the front row of like a First Take live event that like buys tickets to go be on TV. Like, we have to be less reductive about the way we talk about quarterbacks. We have to be less reductive, because what you're going to do is force me to compare their playoff resumes. And I don't want to do that, not today, but I will if we have to. Here are the quarterbacks that Lamar's beaten in the playoffs. Tannehill, Stroud, Pittsburgh, Russell Wilson. Okay? Now you go down Josh's list. There's some easy targets on there. Phillip Rivers in Indy. You got Mac Jones, I think, in they beat the Patriots by 40 that year. There was Dolphins backup. They beat some poor Steelers quarterback. They beat Bo Nix last year, who's a dude, right? If only – and Trevor Lawrence. If only there were like a head-to-head kind of thing or something where Josh is 2-0 against Lamar. So when you see somebody spend their day today who couldn't wait to tear down a great quarterback on account of the playoff performance, by the way, has averaged 28 points, those offenses in the playoffs, 25 in losses, and compare it to Lamar, who's been great in the regular season but has not been good enough in the playoffs, averaging like 12 points in losses. The losses look a lot different, and that's all I'm telling you. So whatever your keep that same energy gotcha trap is, like, chances are the minute I hear keep that same, that person doesn't exist in my head. Keep that same, you're not a serious person. You don't watch football. You just watch the daytime cable shows. So on this show, I do keep that same energy, and I look forward to next year. I also look forward to who they're going to hire, because this is a huge hire.
Anybody?
I got some thoughts on that. I got 2 thoughts. I mean, Chris, you mentioned this earlier, and I agree with you. Like, they're not going to get rid of McDermott unless they have just an absolute home run that they feel confident in, which kind of leads me to feel about, Mike McDaniel. I think would be a fun one. Is that fun? Is that funny?
No, I was laughing at something in the chat.
Or Dable, or else elevating Joe Brady like you talked about. That's kind of what I think. I think McDaniel and Josh Allen would be really, really fun if they can get him some speedy weapons on the outside, man.
Harbaugh got to be punching the air, right?
Oh yeah,
got to be punching the air,
no question.
Like, you got Dick Jackson. I'm coaching Jackson Dart, and I could have had Josh Allen. He had to look at that. Like, that
I don't know that they would have hired Harbaugh, though. I don't know that they'd have hired Harbaugh. I really do think they have something in their mind, and I think hiring another non-offensive coach would be a lateral move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did hear Rex Ryan posit Bill Belichick, which is a lot of fun for like drama reasons. Yeah. Like, the guy gets like, "Hey, Bill, you can try to beat the Pats until you're 80 years old, dude. Like, we'll just, but I don't, I think it's keep Joe Brady in house, or they've got a big fish that we don't know about, because I saw the list of people. Like, you're going to tell me that, and maybe Clint Kubiak is a good fit. Like, I've never sat down in a room with Clint Kubiak, you going to
interview for the job?
Fuck no. Fuck no.
You wouldn't want to coach Josh Allen?
No. Fuck no.
He's got a list of demands that I don't think the Buffalo Bills have made.
Remember my list of demands, yeah.
What do you think?
Chick-fil-A in the building.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What do you think is in Sean McDermott's immediate future?
You mentioned Tennessee, And I don't mind that idea. You know what's funny is like the Spags thing. I know Spags is probably not going to get a job maybe because he's kind of in that. You know, when I talked about the Eagles, like you want to find a coach at offensive coordinator, ideally, who's kind of aged out or not going to be the guy. Like Monken would be an example.
Right.
Like Spags is in that category, but like Spags in Tennessee sounded cool to me. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like the Sean McDermott thing.
Yeah.
You know,
and part of the reason I thought about that was coming back to the point you made about when we were talking about Harbaugh's potential destinations. You said you look at the divisional landscape. Like some people are throwing out Arizona for McDermott. I wouldn't want to go anywhere near the NFC West right now.
No.
It's like Murderer's Row.
No.
But you look at AFC South, you know, it's
you're like a prospector. There's nobody that's been digging for gold yet.
Right.
This is like untouched, dude. It's the
There's
AFC.
a quarterback there in Tennessee.
Yeah. Now Jacksonville's dangerous. And they've got a good roster, and they've got a franchise quarterback and all that stuff. But and a great coach.
He might.
Are we 100% confident? Sorry to interrupt you. Are we 100% confident that McDermott is going to, really target a head coaching job? Like, could he slide into a, Hafley, Minter type, like a good situation in a good organization where he's, a defensive coordinator?
Well, the shame of it is Vic Fangio exists because, like, he's got Philly roots, the whole thing. Like, if there was an opening in Philly for some reason, I think he'd love to take, like, the DC job there, just culturally and everything. But I don't know. He could slide into a role like that, but there's so many openings. You're bound to like. That's a guy who's got a lot of experience. They have been one of 4 teams that have won a playoff game 6 years in a row. Josh just chooses to choke later, and he chooses to choke in really high scoring games that maybe he doesn't have the ball last, or the kicker misses the kick at the end of the game. So maybe it is Josh's fault, but I do think like the thing that's hard to reckon with is the fact they've been so consistently great in the postseason and offensively, or in the regular season and offensively in the postseason. The defense keeps being what gets them beat at times. Not yesterday, right? That was a team effort, including the quarterback. I think eventually you do have to look at the DC, but the problem is I don't know what Brandon Beane's doing, because I look at the roster and I'm like,
exactly.
And you got some bad luck. Like Ed Oliver comes back and he's supposed to be a big lift, and he's out of the game like first half. Right. So I feel bad for.
Actually, I got a question for you, Chris. Before we move on from that, like you're talking about the roster, and earlier you mentioned, Dane Jackson. Like Trey White got hurt for that one critical snap in the fourth quarter, and the defensive backfield for the Bills was pretty thin. I feel like there's a little bit of a Slay butterfly effect that kind of showed itself in this game. You know what I mean? Like had he actually played for them, like he would have been very helpful in this playoff run for the Bills. And then obviously, like we talked about the roster spot implications of like, having him and then him not showing up to play.
Oh man.
I don't know. It's just a weird deal, man. Just an interesting thing to think about.
But Beane's picking the fucking head coach. And I like Brandon Beane. He's been on the show, cool guy, everything but hey, man, it's a little bit hard to figure.
And just to chime in, Bo, with your Sean McDermott to maybe another head coaching move, over the last 6 years, the Bills have scored the most points. Dallas is number 2. Allowed the fewest points. Kansas City's number 2. They have the best record. Kansas City's number 2. And the Bills have the best point differential at 902. No other team is over 600. I think that would be pretty enticing for some of these teams that want to take a shot at
And I would certainly understand it, like if in the playoffs they stop playing offense, and that's what we're talking about. But they have generally found ways to lose on defense or in key situations in games. The last 2 losses for them have been the missed kick, right? And Kincaid dropping a pass on 4th down. So it's kind of like it's hard to put your finger on it, honestly. And this is going to be the biggest hire of the year. So we'll see.
And those stats are off are from football perspective. Talking about the Bills dynasty. One thing that tied or that people were talking about for the Bills coach, Davis Webb, Broncos coordinator or Broncos pass game coordinator and QB's coach. He was in Buffalo. Well, he was in Buffalo for 3 years. Josh Allen's one of his best friends. He might be. Would you? And he's talked about how much he'd want to go back to Buffalo. It almost seems like that could be your offensive coordinator if you want to let him
maybe
have it, and then have a. Brian Flores might be a little too much.
No, Joe Brady. Just keep Joe Brady, like continuity, and make a killer DC hiring. Like, I think it's easier to find a killer DC, and defensive coaches are not in vogue for good reason. Like, there's not a lot of Super Bowl winning coaches that are defensive coaches outside of like Belichick and that sort of thing.
What about Gannon?
I mean, I like Gannon.
Mm-hmm.
I like Gannon, but I think the main question is how you want this offense to run, right? And it's
like
figuring the personnel out.
Davis Webb, he hasn't called plays, right?
Yeah, he has not.
That's sketchy.
He's called it a few times in like preseason games, and
people brought up Dayball.
Yeah, I know
because of the origin story. He's the guy
of,
who turned this kid into a guy with a lot of talent, who was erratic as fuck, into a guy that was like pretty fucking consistent, and that was Dayball.
And all of Josh's like best years were under him.
Yep. Okay. Let's see what Dorsey's up to. We bring Dorsey back.
Yeah.
Too. Just bring all the
guys. Get the gang back together. Fuck it. Kyle Williams out of retirement. Just whatever.
So, anyways,
real fast, I'll stand on the Broncos podium. Quickly. There was a comment from Luigi M 1995.
Save the receipts, Reed.
On Apple Podcast, he said, Cowboy or Judas? Reed, bro, listener since day one and supporter, but y'all consistently putting out a podcast that devotes all of like 15 words to the number one seed in the AFC and your favorite team. Get these boys to talk a little bit about us. Hey, we haven't done anything yet. We've only made the conference championship. We haven't done what we came here to do. We haven't won the
Humble King.
We haven't done it yet.
You Judas?
Yeah, he said Cowboy, Reed, and Judas. But hey, it's all love. It's all love.
No,
GM 1995.
So let's talk about the upcoming matchup real quick, and we'll get to Houston and New England in a second. But I feel like the Broncos can keep this thing close because it's at home. But they got to play perfect. They got to take care of the football. They got to run the football, which is hard. I think the screen game's got to be great. You talk about like defensively, the matchups you like. After what I saw from Will Campbell and those guys, like, listen, Will Campbell's going to be a good player for a long time, but they ran into a buzzsaw, and he struggled with top-down rushes from Will Anderson. He's going to get the jump that Will Anderson in the rain on the road is. I mean, you're at 0.9, you're at 90% speed, right? Like that last 10's big. When you get the silent count at home, when you get the traction, everything. And Benito is such a top-down rusher. Like, I do worry it's going to be hard to operate for New England if they can cover down and turn it into a game where the front eats. That's got to be your dream scenario. Like, people are talking about the Eagles. The thing we had was if Carson Wentz was going to get hurt, it was the best thing that he got hurt on our West Coast trip in like week 14 or 15 or whatever it was. We had a game or two. We had the Giants game and we had the Raiders game to finish the season to get him into a rhythm.
Yeah.
And obviously there's a difference between a guy who set records in Philly, years back under Chip Kelly, and Stidham, who's played like 4 games in the NFL. So
I was with Stidham in New England, man, in 2020.
That doesn't sound good the way you said it.
I mean, he didn't get a lot of burn, man. I mean, that was a fucking weird year. I was with Cam Newton and that gang, but I mean, he hasn't played much. I think for the Broncos, obviously Bo Nix is injured and you want to try to rely on your run game, but the Patriots run game or their run defense has been really, really good. And then the Broncos, Milton's been playing really well, but then Barmore too had some nice TFLs and just in general, like the way that front seven's playing, I like the bear looks they do, and they've been blitzing a fuck ton, or at least they blitzed Stroud a bunch. But it's not like the Broncos are a great run team anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the one saving grace though is, dude, when I watched that first 15 out of Sean Payton to start, like that was some great play calling, man. That was some great design. I thought Sean Payton did an incredible job with that first script. So like just hoping he can scheme up some magic, dude, because I think they're gonna have a hard time running the ball.
I do. Here's what I think, and you might see this a little bit. Like it on the surface, it seems like a game where you'd want to go like ball possession and that sort of thing, but you can't really run the ball. Maybe it turns into a game where you go more tempo, you do like a muddle huddle, and you make it hard for not only New England to sub, but also they can't hold disguises.
And look out for R.J. Harvey for some passes and some throwing and using some of the trick-em-dick-em stuff for some of these.
Sean's going to have the tricks.
He's going to have, and this is the time to probably pull them out, but it's funny just thinking about.
Feed Frank Crum, man.
Dude, hey, for those people that thought a Wyoming Cowboy was going to score a touchdown.
Yeah, they were right.
Game,
See that?
They were fucking
maybe
nailed it.
Look, but like maybe in retrospect, if Sean Payton just wasn't so mean to Russell Wilson, maybe Russell could have been still on the bench.
There's no chance. Well, on the bench.
On the bench, waiting to bail him out.
Isn't his contract?
Aren't they still playing? Aren't they still?
No, we're still paying him. He is our highest paid player at $32 million.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Come back and play. Can they?
There's no way they would have held on to him.
No.
It's just there's no way.
No.
Yeah.
And also, that was just a bad relationship, dude. They just weren't clicking.
They weren't vibing.
They weren't vibing. And so I
love when Peyton was shitting on Russ this year, even.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I mean? Russ got a clap back on Twitter.
I don't know, man. Like, this is a disappointment for the NFL because it would have been it's still going to be fun, but it would have been such a showdown.
Drake versus
because I was so impressed. And here's the thing: Drake May, again, you won't hear any argument from me. Great fucking player, MVP candidate. Put the ball on the ground a lot, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of that's the defense. But we've seen a couple weeks in a row, he's really comfortable back there. Like almost too comfortable sometimes where, the Chargers late in the game, the one thing you can't do is put it on the ground. They put it on the ground. They don't pick up the fumble, right? Wilson picks up the fumble, kind of saves him. Henley's running to get it. There was a rep or two yesterday where I was like, man, you got the clock's got to go off. You got to know who you're playing. That's going to come into factor in Denver.
Yep.
And so
yesterday or Saturday, Bo Nix either dropped back or ran it on 85% of the Broncos plays from scrimmage. Jarrett Stidham's not going to be able to, like, he shouldn't even be at 60%,
Yeah.
But
what's the status of the receivers? Is he going to have those out there?
Pat Bryant is likely going to play, and Troy Franklin is.
How do you think Mims' back feels? He ran into that fucking camera.
That was just
bad.
That looked rough. But hopefully have his receivers back. Stidham. Last offseason before we signed back with Denver, the Patriots are trying to re-sign him to get him in their quarterback room.
Right.
And Sean Payton has said the year 3 in his offense is when it finally clicks for quarterback. So while he doesn't have the on-the-field reps, this is Stidham's third year, the
magic third year.
3 years.
And also, you got to remember, Sean Payton's done a lot with a lot of guys who don't even play quarterback.
Yep.
Like, he's employed Taysom Hill. He's had, the Joker in the offense. He had the Kendall Hinton game. Wasn't that was that
I think that was before him.
No, but was he in New Orleans at that point?
Oh yeah, he was on the other side.
He was on the other side of it, where he's had to deal with some shit, man.
Yeah.
And you remember that graphic Penn State football put out like mistakenly a few years ago where it was a recruiting thing. It said no talent required.
Yeah.
That's
like the Sean Payton quarterback prospects. He makes it work.
Literally be anybody. Just need a warm body.
Right.
Just need a warm body, not named Russell Wilson.
Right.
The less they pay him, the better. Anyways, it's a pretty wild deal.
On the and Sean on his no talent required. Nailed it.
Unbelievable.
Nailed it. At the podium, he said, dude, Stiddy's going to be ready to go. We dig him. He is, and he said before, I have a number 2 who could start for some other teams in this league. We talked about teams of destiny.
Let's be serious, guys.
What?
Broncos is about to get their shit pushed.
Oh, come on, Mr. Patriot. We talked to Team of Destiny on Thursday.
He's got gear. He's just rotating gear, dude. Why are these helmets still up there?
Bears helmet.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we can get Bears helmet.
What
I don't
jersey
know
is that? I
any
can't tell.
Seahawks gear. So
have you seen what he's wearing?
What?
Is that Keon White? Who is that?
Is that whose jersey is that? Is that me?
Super Bowl champ.
Is that me, dude?
Oh, that's Chris.
Super Bowl champ,
Damn,
9-5.
So we will talk. We're going to talk Pats in a second, but I was really impressed with some of the things that they did yesterday. So obviously a lot of that will be about C.J. Stroud, but I thought the Pats played in some spots really well. Okay, Rams. This was survival. That's what this was. And sometimes when you're a team that's been in the playoffs a long time, again, they didn't need to score 30 points to win. It didn't need to be one of these things where Stafford was perfect. They found ways to win in this game. I just have a comment. The sideline view on the All-22, for those of you at home who have access to that stuff, was borderline unusable. And I didn't think that the conditions would be quite like that. Honestly, when we turned the game on, I said to myself, well, I said it out loud, I think that, and I'm no meteorologist, obviously, just like some of y'all aren't quarterback experts, the snow in New England was like oppressive. It was like wet and heavy and unpredictable. The snow in Chicago, it was changing every 5-10 minutes, but it was that fluffy, like, hey, we made this in a machine snow, and it was blowing around and shit. Like, it was not an opportune situation, but those are two quarterbacks that have the arm strength, and they had the grip on the ball to be able to throw the ball. Stafford, a lot of talk, doesn't play well in the cold. That kind of bore out in this game, but they still found a way to win. I don't know where the 13 personnel stuff went. You talked all week about, with Chicago being down linebackers, you need to fill the fucking field with big bodies, tight ends, make them get into heavy personnel. They ran a ton of 11, only 7 reps to 13, something we've seen all year. 28 is the average coming in on 13 personnel plays for the Rams. So something changed with their game plan where they said, oh, we're going to zag. And I almost felt like even the outside zone, which we talked about them being susceptible to, didn't see a lot of that. Didn't see a lot of Blake Corum. He still ran the ball 31 times in the game, but I thought there were times where they kind of went away from it. When they were in third and short and manageable, hey, a lot of plays that you like in that playbook, but in those conditions, third and longer, not very good. So running the ball, not as much of a mainstay for them, and the big personnel, not a mainstay for them. I thought, honestly, McVay, and I alluded to this, I didn't think it was his best night. I thought he got caught up a little bit. Fuck, they won the game, and I think he's a whiz. I think he's a Hall of Famer. But I think they got caught up a little bit in the, I'm fucking Sean McVay. Who the fuck are you, Ben Johnson? You were mean to my friend. This is for the LaFleurs, right? And he was trying to rip that ball down the field, and I thought they wanted to go for the jugular more than I think they had to. But at the end of the day, had a great call on the money down, 4th down to Nakua with the motion kind of returns on the jet sweep. They did what they had to do. I'll talk about the defense in a second. I thought the defense was fantastic. We talked about how the front had to win. They won in a lot of big situations. But Stafford wasn't himself. Came out in the second half, missed the 3rd and 4, threw it right to Byard at one point. And there was a stretch, as much as we talked about the blitz and how great they were and he is against the blitz, this was the glaring thing. And I think Seattle, as much as they like to rush for and not fuck with anything, you put some things on tape against Chicago that weren't great. Williams passed up, was it Brisker at one point on an edge pressure, and then it was Parkinson passing up Gordon. Mm-hmm. And then you come out of the half and you go sim pressure and a big guy just in there immediately, and damn near Matt Stafford falling on that fumble damn near broke his ribs, dude. Mm-hmm. So they were lucky on a couple counts of putting the ball on the ground. Williams picked up a sack fumble from Sweat. That was a big fumble recovery. Stafford fell on his own fumble. The Bears, who've lived off turnovers, didn't get those turnovers. And then the last thing I'll say is this. Puka was big. Puka was big in crunch time. He's obviously big as a diversion. He was big blocking. But it's the tight ends that have made some of the biggest plays for them on the season. Parkinson, obviously, against Carolina. I thought Higbee running that slot wheel before the half to get 3 points was huge in a low total game. And then also late, the pick play where it was a really cool design and a really great execution by Puka where they hit Parkinson behind him. He sets the pick, and that's another big explosive that gets him going backed up. The one thing I would say to McVay, and this is Nate, I'm doing my situational football soapbox. You're up, 2:07 to go, 1 touchdown. Mm-hmm. Chicago has 1 timeout. It's 3rd and 10. You're backed up. We all know how this movie ends, and it did end exactly that fucking way. Mm-hmm. Why are you running the football? Because to me, you drop back and throw the ball. It takes 5 seconds. Worst case scenario, it's incomplete. The 2-minute warning is still going to run at the punt, dude. When you punt the ball, they're still going to have 1 timeout left. It made no sense to me why they didn't drop back and try to end the game right there. That, to me, is flying a little bit close to the sun.
Once you got Stafford, like you got to think he's going to know the situation there and know like, hey, I absolutely cannot throw a pick here. I absolutely cannot. Like, you
got to trust him.
Pick six. You got to trust your guy, Matt Stafford. And it's like, what other quarterback would you want to put in that situation to absolutely not make the worst error of his career? Probably.
No
I'm
question.
with you on that one, Chris.
I would have thrown the ball. Now I would say this: we're going to talk about Caleb and the offense. Before we get into that whole thing, I want to shout out Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen, to me, is one of the most under the radar great coaches of this season. Not every game that the Bears have won this year came down to a last-second touchdown. I know it kind of feels like that, and they're all 40-point shootouts, but like you kept this game in the low total zone, and I thought he kind of out chess matched Sean McVay, considering the personnel on the field. And I thought all season he gave them opportunities, had them playing above themselves. And the superpower is, and I talk about this a lot, we almost need a term for this coach. It's like a tenured coach or something, but a coach that's not going to be in every hiring cycle. You have not heard Dennis Allen's name, and he did a great job this year. He's just not going to be a head coach soon. And so now you've got this dynamic offensive coach and this great defensive coach that wasn't a great head coach that can maximize the talent that you don't have on the field right now, right? There are a couple guys up front away. I think in the secondary, you're a guy or two away, but they've maximized everything that they've done on the back end. I thought Dennis Allen was a huge part of not only making this a game, but also everything they did well this year. I thought that was huge for them.
Yeah, for sure. I thought what was most surprising to me coming out of that tape, you mentioned McVay maybe not having his best day, just from a schematic standpoint, not being able to get counts right on blitz pickup. Like you talked about a couple of those reps but honestly, it really was a lot of the really creative like mug looks that Dennis Allen did that they kind of had these guys out of sync in pass pro, and they all day. I mean, he really couldn't. I haven't seen a game like that for Stafford against the blitz in a long time, and that was part of what was confounding this game coming in. I think Rams batters are looking at Stafford versus the blitz, 118 rating on the year, best quarterback in the league. But in this game, 6 of 15, 64.6 rating. He really could not figure out those extra rusher designs. So, yeah, tip of the cap to Dennis Allen. They did a great job.
And I just say, we'll go Chicago offense here. Caleb Williams, he's the future. Like, there are times in every ball game you watch where you're like, oh, he's going to be the face of the league. You know, the play's uneven. He's young. He threw 3 picks. But does that make you feel like he's not the guy there? I don't know. After what I've seen this year, it's the highs and lows. You got to eliminate the lows. He made a big leap from last year this year. It's just like the first fucking play of the game, they move the pocket and go for like 35 yards. And immediately it's a message to the edge rushers on the Rams that, like, you need to choke it down and see the mesh point. And, the very next play they go split zone, and sure enough, Jared Verse, who's a bowling ball, is like tiptoeing, trying to diagnose, or am I getting play action, or is this guy coming to bluff me, or is he coming to block me? And it's one little example, but like that's a superpower that you now have for the next 10 to 12 years as an offense for Chicago. The guy's got a rubber arm. He can throw it from wherever he wants, and he can move the pocket as well as anybody in the league. And you see how hard it is for those rushers. Like, a win for them was just to bottle him up. It didn't have a bunch of sacks. It wasn't one of those things. He's hard to get down. Like I said about Caleb Williams, he changes every rusher's career outlook in that division by 33%, because you play 3 teams in your division every year. So 2 of those games, you're like, if you're a stud rusher who gets paid on production, you're like, fuck, man, I might not get a sack. That's some crazy shit. It's like being in the division with Houdini. So Luther Burden is a damn stud. So
dude, he's so good after the catch.
He's so twitched up.
He's St. Louis
so
legend,
twitchy, bro.
He's St. Louis legend.
He's like, he had one run after the catch where I was like, this dude's about to get tackled immediately, and went and juked like 4 dudes and got like 8 extra yards, and I was like, oh my God, he is so fun to watch, man. I want them to use him more in like fun gadget type stuff.
He's part of the future.
I thought that's something Ben Johnson should have went to more, was just the perimeter screen stuff.
That's
it.
Exactly. Put the ball at the perimeter, make these guys tackle.
Because that's where your biggest advantage was. When he got the ball in the secondary, you talk about how they lost Witherspoon, lost some size. those aren't huge corners out there. They started running at Emmanuel Forbes on one possession, and he got Monunga'd.
Yes.
And you're just like, damn, dude, you gotta strap up, dude, because they're starting to run the ball. But they just didn't keep that same authority going. And the thing we said would be key coming to the game really bore out. The Rams defensive line had to take the game over. They didn't take it over because, like, in a way that, like, you at home might notice immediately because, Caleb Williams is upright. He's Houdini. But in the run game, dude, Jared Verse made some plays. Obviously, the goal line stand was huge. And part of, that hurdle play on third down is Jared Verse denting the kick out and making it bubble. And then it's, hey, Swift goes for the hurdle. Lake, hero play. So, but it starts with Jared Verse. Jared Verse on 3rd and 1, getting them to punt. Such a great TFL that they're not even thinking about it on 4th down.
Mm-hmm.
And all the money downs we're talking about through the game, I thought Caleb missed on some of those. He missed it. He missed on the 4th and 3. Obviously you had the big 4th and 1 stop. We talked about that. The goal line stand, we talked about that. Caleb missed a read on 4th and 2. And the game ends with a pick. The Kobe Durant on the press bail kind of pick, like, it's just a bad ball. You don't need to go there. And DJ Moore, who I've given shit before because of, like, things like body language last year and that sort of thing, I don't know what you're doing the last play of the game. So
do we think he was concussed maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know, but
if we go back and we look, is that an excuse? Like, if we find out maybe he was concussed and that's why he slowed down, or is it like just chalking it up to being the 19th game of the season, 4th quarter?
Some of the things he does on the field sometimes confuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, man.
And somebody might be able to explain to me better. Maybe if you're a receiver, maybe he's supposed to pull the safety up for somebody, and that's like he's not supposed to be the primary route.
Well, the other receiver in the picture, I think, is supposed to pull that safety out of the frame. But the way Caleb threw the ball, Caleb is thinking he's going to flatten this thing.
He's going to undercut this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even if he doesn't make the play,
it's
play
a PBU.
Defense and knock it down, and then it's only 2nd down.
The guy on the other team, Puka Nacua, fucking broke up one of the biggest PBUs of the season because of just outstanding effort.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying this was a lazy play or anything. Like, I don't know if he just went to sleep and didn't know where he was. I don't know if I don't know. I didn't play receiver, but, like, to me,
stop running.
So,
but also if he's supposed to clear out space, he should be doing it at 100%. So
I know,
it's legit.
I know, dude. I know.
Yikes.
Yeah, in his post-game interview, like, Caleb kind of talked about that play and said that he was expecting. He's like, basically said, like, I haven't seen it on tape. That's what I obviously want back. I was expecting DJ to kind of flatten. I think that was the exact term he used, flatten the safety out, go underneath him and keep running. Obviously that didn't happen.
And he said that in the post game.
Something along, like, it wasn't verbatim, but something along those lines. He wasn't like throwing him under the bus.
No, I know, but, like, if you
he was just kind of diagnosing it. You know what I mean? It didn't come across to me like he was throwing DJ Moore under the bus or whatever. Chris, you talked a little bit about the 3rd and 4th downs from Ben Johnson. One thing I was a little bit surprised about is, like, I don't know, you get, like, in these critical moments, the Bears get in, like, 3rd and short, or like 3rd and 4, 3rd and intermediate, and they come out and, like, I'm expecting them to, like, I'm just, you know how it is when, as D lineman, we watch games. It's like I'm looking at stances, I'm looking at running back depth, all these things. And it's like every time I just feel like Ben Johnson gets so committed to very basic duo, inside zone, run game in these, like, 3rd down moments. And it's like, okay, I understand that's 4 down territory, but you got to, at some point later in the game, like, I keep expecting this Ben Johnson creativity. And it felt like he was so stuck on those basic run, like, principles that I was a little underwhelmed by, what I mean?
They are their scariest when they are aggressive. And part of that is because it's implied in the situation that they're down and teams are playing off coverage and that sort of thing. But, like, it kind of feels like they have to make a decision where it's like Ben Johnson came from Detroit, where it's like, hey, the run game's the main character. And Chicago, they can run the football. That's all well and good. But that quarterback's the main character. Mm-hmm. And so they need to build around him and continue to put him in situations where you're asking a lot of him and see how he does in those situations. Because in a game like this, is like, I know it's snowing and that sort of thing, but it's also really hard. It's hard to keep your feet as defensive back. It's really hard in this footing to turn upfield and cut off a boot. The quarterback run stuff. They also ran a read option at one point on fourth down and kind of blocked out on the end. That was a kind of a funny look. And, they can do a lot with the guys. So I think if you're a Bears fan, like, the future's really bright. Really bright.
Yeah.
Why not go for 2?
That's to me.
Like, if you're a Bears fan, like, I know everyone's waking up and, like, hindsight is whatever they say, but why not go for 2?
So an interesting thing, I had a conversation with somebody on the phone last night, and they were like, why doesn't Caleb break the pocket when he's down there low? And I said, well, there's 2 things. Like, first off, bad read on the prior 2-point conversion. He's expecting that linebacker to widen with the crosser, and he picks the wrong guy, and it's a bad read. And, the other thing is this, is when he gets down into the low red, and you saw it at the end of the San Francisco game where it's like they'll just rush 2. When he's in the field and you're playing off coverage or you're playing 3 or cover 4, like, and there's nobody in the flat, like, that's always an option. So he'll break the pocket because the zone defenders are sunk. When you're in the low red, everybody's standing at the goal line, right? Like, so things change a little bit. So I don't think it's as automatic as, like, well, he's so dynamic and got to have it situation. You just put him out there and run a 2-point conversion and give him a run pass option. I think he's got to be better at reading in the low red zone. And I also think probably they know that. And I also think they looked at the last 2-point conversions and said, that wasn't so great. ESPN sources are hiring former Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley as their head coach. We'll talk about that in a minute when I take a leak.
Dolphins.
But I'll say this. Here's how I go off of the 2-point conversion thing. And you heard me saying they're going to fucking go for 2. They're going to go for 2. Like, I bought to 3 and bet the Rams. And I'm like, I am fucked if they line up to go for 2, because whether it's good or not, like, I'm fucked. Because there's no OT, nothing like that. But as a defender, the litmus test is, what would I want the coach to do if I was on the field? And I don't want them going for 2 if I'm on the Rams, because of the momentum, the gravity of the situation. There's 13 seconds left in the fucking game. There's no way, as close as the Rams got at the end of that Atlanta game indoors and tricked it off, there's no way they were going to take one shot and get in the field goal range, and that fucking kicker, who made me nervous as fuck at the end of the game, was going to hit a long field goal. There's no way. And so I just think about, like, when you go to overtime, who do you trust more? You're not as good. You're at home. I feel like maybe you do go for 2, but I'm not going to sit here and tar and feather the guy for that, because I don't think the Rams scored when they first got the ball in overtime. So they kind of proved right that your offense still had a chance. So I see the credence in going for 2, and I'd probably be scared shitless if I was in the Rams if they were like, we're keeping the offense out there. And as a Rams bettor, the minute I saw new fat guys running on the field, I was like, oh, thank God. But I'm not going to kill Ben Johnson for that. I'm not. The biggest coaching mishap happened in the Houston New England game. We'll get to that in a little bit. So why don't you guys
move on,
talk about the Dolphins?
Real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, because I'm going to go. Yeah.
I just want to give some love to my boy Joe Thuney. He is left guard and bumped out to play tackle.
Oh, yeah.
That is so hard. Like, you play the entire season. It's his first season in Chicago, playing left guard, and then all of a sudden, injuries pop up in the playoffs, and you got to bump out there and play tackle. It is a completely different animal. Like, it's when Chris gets back, he can attest to us, but the set points are completely different, and he's a great athlete now. Jared Verse had a pretty good game. I think he got 6 pressures, but, like, let's just give this guy some love for having 5 days to prep for playing an outstanding Rams front 7 and bumping out there and just fucking grinding. I was pretty impressed with that. That ain't easy, man.
And not the first time he's done this. He did it with the Chiefs.
He did it last year with the Chiefs. Yeah, he's a great athlete. He was with me in New England also, and he's from Dayton, Ohio. I got a lot of friends from Dayton, just coincidentally. He's a fucking great dude, man.
33 years old, played in every single game. Incredible.
Yeah, that was a tough assignment. And then, as a result of that decision with the lineup, you bump Jordan McFadden in at left guard, who made –
he played good.
He played well. But third career start, you're making that on that stage that's a tough assignment too. I thought he held up. Given the.
But I do like switching to the other side of the ball. Like, I talked about Jared Verse a little bit. I got a lot of love for the Rams front 7. Like, Just little things. I was watching Braden Fisk sprint out of the stack on like 2 or 3 different screens. There were a couple where he was 10, 15 yards downfield. It felt like making first contact, and he's a premier athlete, but like just, I mean, that kind of effort. I really like watching.
Yeah, that whole front
Colby
seven.
Too, like,
yeah, the front seven in that game. Obviously, we're talking about it, but the under center run game is such a big piece of the Chicago offense. The Rams held them to a 26% rushing success rate versus under center runs in this game. If you extrapolate that across the entire season, that's a top 5 mark. So Fisk was really disruptive. Chris, we were talking about Puna Ford on the way over.
Beast.
He did a great job. It was a bear.
Puna is a dog, man.
For Dahlman to deal with as like the front.
I love that guy.
Jade.
I love him, bro.
He's
awesome. So fun to watch.
He's a specialist, and he does his job.
Mm-hmm.
He does his job. So what do we think about the Miami hire? Is there anything to think? He's got his work cut out for him. From now, you got to follow a guy that did a pretty good job considering what you had to work with, especially in the secondary, in Anthony Weaver. And this guy, Jeff Hafley, did not finish the season well. I think he's got that leadership thing about him. I've heard him talk at the podium. Obviously, going with a defensive head coach is interesting in a division with Drake May and Josh Allen. You kind of think I'm going to counter these guys, especially now thinking that the Bills are going to probably hire an offensive coach.
Mm-hmm.
You got offensive coach, you got a culture coach up there in New England, but you've got a great quarterback to deal with. And then the Jets, who the fuck knows? So not the worst job in the cycle, but certainly not the best.
Yeah, you don't have a QB.
No QB.
So it's like you think about how do you make a decision with your offensive coordinator? It's even more difficult, when you consider the fact that you don't know what kind of system you're building for the QBs. You don't know who it's going to be. But it's interesting you point out the going with defense to counter what's in the division. It's kind of similar to the Seattle logic of Purdy, Shanahan.
Oh, you like nerds? We're going to hire fucking a defensive guy.
Nerd killer.
Nerd killer.
Yeah.
So check out this tweet that I think Aiden sent in the group chat. The Giants hired John Harbaugh before his next visit with the Titans. The Falcons hired Kevin Stefanski before his next visit with the Titans. The Dolphins hired Jeff Hafley before his next visit with the Titans. So if you're the Titans, you're just prepping to meet with all these coaches, and you're just, seeing a dude break.
Titans
are all signing elsewhere.
Titans are on a Matt Nagy collision course because we've got Borgonzi who thinks Cam Ward's got some Mahomes in him, and I bet you they're trying to set up like a little KC satellite there. Now, what the fuck was I going to say here? Now, the other thing I saw when I was taking a leak, because of course I'm reading when I'm taking a leak, I told you Eric Bieniemy, he's going to be back in Kansas City. That's the thing they've been missing, is the attention to detail. He's the guy that I totally get. Like when everybody's like, why is he not a head coach? Like, there's always things you don't know, right, from the outside looking in, that I think probably are keeping him from being a head coach, because that's a totally different skill set. But this is a big opportunity for him, and I think one that he's earned in his time in Kansas City. And being away from there, I think they've realized how much they miss him. The way he was described to me was he was like the authoritative figure that, like, Andy's a happy-go-lucky guy when he's not touching his stomach to Travis Kelce's stomach, Nate. But other than that, like, you got to have somebody in the building to be like, what the fuck are we doing? You got to break that route off right here.
You need a bad cop.
You need a bad cop, dude.
Yeah.
He's the bad cop.
I would hate to be on Kansas City's offense for camp next year. Not going to be the same. Like,
what if Sig?
A lot of gassers.
Right?
What if? Who do you think is hiring Sig?
Buffalo.
Might be Buffalo.
That'd be sick.
Holy shit!
That'd be
awesome.
fucking
That
sick.
would be.
Because you know what I heard about him? He said it. I didn't hear about it. You heard it from the source's mouth. He said, I don't waste time. I don't waste the coach's time. I don't waste the guy's time. Fucking music to my ears as a fucking former football player, dude.
There's no way he's leaving Indiana, right?
No,
For the right job, he might like Pittsburgh.
So what would happen? Like, you think a situation?
Somebody told me Pittsburgh.
All right, so let me ask you this: him winning or losing tonight helps him his chances to leave.
Well, it's not really about chance. Is the hypothetical that he has offers?
Yeah, like if he has offers,
what's going to make him want to leave more?
Like if he goes out like, hey, I won for your program.
Probably winning.
I can't do
Probably
better.
winning, yeah.
I would think winning.
Or they go tonight and they just shit the bed. Like Miami beats them.
Unless
like,
he knows that, like, fuck, dude, our NIL money's running out, and like all of a sudden,
Yeah, like a Harbaugh situation. Oh, we're fucked. We got a bunch of
or
sanctions
maybe
coming
like we have a Connor Stallions thing that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
You know,
he has said.
okay.
He said this week that he's not an NFL guy, and he's made that decision. But maybe there's a team that.
But you know what?
Offer he can't refuse.
I can't say I trust the guy and then tell him he's lying here. I hear that from a lot of guys and say, and you know they're all snake oil salesmen and
right.
And they say, you know, I'm never leaving, and then they're gone.
And then they'll leave and they'll be like, well, college football is just turning into the NFL anyway, so I might as well get in front of it.
They're always leverage plays.
Right.
Like if an NFL offer comes to the table, you know, now he's making a leverage play, so you got to buck up.
Dude, it really does. It's good for off-season green light because, like, sometimes we don't know what the fuck to talk about, and there's going to be 10 hirings. Like, they've already hired a few people, but like 7 or 8. You know, there'd be at least 7 or 8 days we can bullshit our way through in fucking February or March or whatever it is. So,
real fast, going back to the Dolphins.
Firings are good for business.
The Dolphins with
I love the
Hafley,
Dolphins, dude.
minus $27.5 million in cap space. Now they do have a decision to make with Tyreek Hill, cut him or keep him on the roster.
I don't know that Tyreek Hill's leg is okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are we assuming he's ever going to run the same way again?
I don't think we can.
You think so?
Yeah. I think he has enough money and probably the best doctors. Like, I would just assume that
some guys are just like
free.
I feel like he's that guy. Like, he's that type of guy. And I also, in my head, I imagine, because I've seen videos of him, he's also a guy that, like, he's gonna attack like his workout and his rehab and his training and everything that he has to do. So I just feel like that mixed in with
knee dislocation.
I'm not a rehab guy, bro.
No, I'm not being funny, but like, what do you think he's gonna walk into the doctor and like just slide a bunch of cash? Like that South Park episode with
No, I just feel like he's probably calling around, and I feel like he's.
Oh, I got the cure now. Like I can. Well, can you reattach my leg? Here's $40 million.
Well, I mean, kinda. I mean, he's a Drew Rosenhaus guy. I feel like if he's like, hey, Drew, I have this much money. Hey, you've had so many clients. What's the best option that we can go? And Drew's probably going to be like, hey, it's going to cost this much. We get this doctor here, this guy. He helped him out.
For $35 million, I'll get you somebody's leg.
Fact.
And we'll just reattach it.
Just reattach it, throw it on there.
Okay.
It's a cadaver leg, just a white leg.
I mean, you could
don't ask where it came from.
You know what he should do? Depending on how long he was going to have to sit out, he should have just went ahead and got those metal bars put in. And to make you taller? You think that would be allowed? You think you would be able to play in the NFL still?
If you got the metal bars to make him taller?
Yeah.
What? Wait,
there's
what?
people getting there's surgery that people get. They're getting their actual like metal plates.
It's the short king surgery.
Oh. But I saw it. Run?
No, there's a dude. He went through rehab and he's showing his and he's back to being. It was a tough rehab showing like the steps because you have to kind of like learn how to walk and run again.
Yeah.
And he did it, and now he looks normal when he's working out and running.
The guy with the
who did it, and I was like, I wonder if like an athlete, is someone like
Tyreek Hill came back 6'1", was like, "What's up, guys,
bro?
Nice to meet you, MVS."
Because even if he's a 4'3" guy, even if he gained 2 and he ends up being a 4'4", 4'5" guy, it's just like. With the same kind of
that would be the craziest ESPN notification of the offseason. Tyreek Hill will undergo the short king surgery to restart his illustrious career.
Oh my God!
Yeah, no, it's hard to bet against the guy. He's got crazy willpower, but that leg was gross. Okay, so let's talk about
before we Patriots Texans.
Sure,
BetMGM.
Yeah. The playoffs are here, and BetMGM continues to have you covered. It's giving you another chance at first touchdown scores. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back in cash if your first touchdown scorer ends up scoring second instead. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you cash your bet. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. And don't forget, if you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code GREENLIGHT to enjoy up to a $1,500 new player offer on your first wager. BetMGM, make it legendary. We are weeks away from that app collecting dust for me because I am not fucking with the NBA. I just don't.
You don't like Wemby?
Oh, no. I love Wemby. Here's what happened.
Wemby's my goat.
No, here's what happened, bro. I'm taking my son to a game coming up for his birthday. I'm taking him to a Wizards game, right?
Oh, yeah, I just got
But guess what? No, I know. So first, I picked the Jokic game because Kingston, shout out to Kingston, is like, nah, man, like Wemby could get hurt or something. Like Jokic never misses a game.
He's missing.
And then Jokic got hurt. And I'm like, fuck.
Damn.
And then guess what happens a week later?
Wemby.
Then they trade for Trae Young.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, all right, cool. We got Trae Young. Trae Young's hurt, I found out yesterday. So I'm driving all the way up to see Wizards Hawks. I can't name, not Hawks, Wizards Nuggets. I can't name, what is it, Michael Porter Jr.? Is he still on that team?
Shit.
He might get traded, though.
Who am I coming to watch, dude? So it's the same thing with betting the NBA. It's like, who's getting the night off tonight?
Who's taking the floor?
Okay, see, I don't give. Oh, you know, Jamal Murray seems cool.
2 years behind.
Jamal Murray.
Aaron Gordon.
I love Aaron Gordon.
That's a good one. Yeah.
See some dunks.
Christian Braun's out.
Aaron Gordon's one of my favorite.
Aaron Gordon's day to day.
Who's the young guy for the Wizards? Alex Sarr.
Trey Johnson.
Yeah.
You get Tim Hardaway Jr. You get Tim Hardaway.
Hold on, I was looking at the second stringers. Bruce Brown.
That's a good. Tim Hardaway.
Former. Was that who did he use?
Yeah.
A lot of roads.
Yep.
I don't even know how that name's in my head.
Oh, who? I don't know that.
Oh, no, that's Porter Jr.
No, I think it was Bruce Brown.
Porter.
I don't know if you're so sure. Don't be so sure. You think it was Porter Jr.? Chat GLP. Was it Porter Jr. or was it Bruce Brown? I don't know. That's not really. Anyways. All right, let's see. Let's talk about the bloodbath that we saw Saturday night. That felt like coming down off a drug because it was such a good game in the early window, and then it was just like, listen, as much as gratifying as it is to see the Seahawks be exactly who we thought they were, right? You and me, Bo.
Oh yeah, I've been riding for the Seahawks NFC West champions. For
probably
months,
the earliest
months now.
So
I mean, I don't have my Seahawks helmet and jersey up, but I'll get them for next week's show.
So it was gratifying to see, and honestly, Sam played the best the entire weekend. So he's probably the best quarterback in the NFL. I think he's the best quarterback in the NFL because he definitely played the best quarterback this weekend.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, that's what it is in the NFL. And playoff performances are huge.
12 for 17, baby. Come on.
So, anyways, didn't put the ball on the ground. Looked healthy. Hit some chunk plays in the first half that made you think, okay, he's okay. That was a big question mark when you hear it an oblique late in the week. The key is, and they made some big plays on special teams this year. For the Niners to hang in there in this game, they were going to have to get the ball first, put together a good drive, get points, kind of take the air out of the building. The exact opposite thing happened to them the week before, where they were able to go to Philly, take the ball, take a couple shots, not shots, but they threw the ball and had some explosives, went down and scored. The script was awesome. You're not going to win on the road in the NFL playoffs when you give up a kickoff return for a touchdown the first play of the game. And again, Schneider, you stud. You look at like Buffalo, you're looking at the receivers and you're like, man, they sat on their fucking hands at the midway point. And you're looking at Seattle, who's like, you know what, let's go get Rashid Shaheed. And he's not only going to help our offense, he's going to help us on special teams at some point this year. And boy, did he in the biggest game of the year. Damn near got tripped by that fucking kicker. But ends up with a touchdown and really just, Seattle can jump you at home. And it's really probably the best home field advantage in the NFL. I know you say Arrowhead and all that stuff, but like I've also seen like Arrowhead, Mahomes has been the guy playing quarterback in Arrowhead. Like they've had some great teams. Seattle, man, when they're at home and they jump you, it is like a tidal wave, and that's what happened in this game. And shout out to, like, we were talking about Drake Thomas stringing out the option play on the fourth down early. Like, that's another play where it's like, okay, it's amazing in this game. We talk about the moment of truth for teams. That comes like late in ball games for a lot of teams. The moment of truth for them was like that going on fourth at midfield. Like, it's crazy how early in this game it was like, okay, let's push all the chips to the middle of the table. And that's what it was. And teams, when they play this defense, the floor is low. The floor, and with all due respect to Denver's defense, who I think is fucking fabulous, Seattle's the best defense left in the dance. And Houston, in my opinion, might have been the best. But Seattle at home is like, it's another level. So just an epic ass kicking and gratifying for, like, you talk about like building on time, ahead of schedule even. Everything this organization's done, bringing in the veterans on the defensive line that they brought in, drafting lately, drafting in the secondary. You talk about like bringing in Sam Darnold, like letting Geno go. Shaheed at the deadline, like every little thing they've done is turned to gold, like Gray Zabel, shit like that, dude. Like this group is impressive. They are really impressive. And it sets up a big showdown next week. And the showdown that we're talking about is obviously an NFC West, NFC Championship, which they're always electric. This is from Josh DeBow from the AP. Rams, Seahawks, NFC title game will be the 21st conference title game since the merger between division rivals. The home team is 15-5 with the losses: Packers over Bears in 2010, Titans over Jags in 99, Bills over Dolphins in 92, Patriots over Dolphins in 85, and Raiders over Chargers in 80. So you talk about home field advantage, how big that win at the end of the season was. That's huge.
I got something, a little interesting fact for you.
Hit me.
Final Four, we got Sean versus Mike and Sean versus Mike. Sean McVay versus Mike McDonald.
Damn, dude.
And Sean Payton versus Mike Vrabel. So we're either going to get a Sean versus Mike Super Bowl or a Sean versus Sean.
You might get
or
a Mike versus Mike.
Or a
dude.
Mike
and Mike.
Mike.
That's crazy.
Pick your combination.
My money's on Mike and Mike.
Damn,
I'm a big
dude.
Seattle
Crazy.
Seahawks guy.
Yeah, I do feel good about the Hawks this weekend.
Sean.
I got to ride with the person who brought you the dance. Yeah, I got to do
Hot
that.
hand.
No, the person that brought you the dance. I'm not gonna say, the Hawks are gonna win the West and they're gonna be great, and then all of a sudden pick the Rams. I just can't do that. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, you played for the Rams. The Hawks look really good.
But I do think the
They
hot
look
hand,
great.
the hot hand logic applies though, Bo, with the way these two teams are playing right now. It feels like the Rams are.
Yeah.
playing their best
It's not
football.
who you
The
play,
Rams
it's when you
are-
play them. The Rams are
Yeah.
not playing their best football, and Charbonnet's hurt.
Right.
I get that. But Kenneth Walker looked fucking awesome.
He did.
Amazing.
He's
He
so
looked awesome.
sick, dude.
I got a bald head.
Was this maybe,
I
go ahead, Bo.
go ahead, Cowboy. Nope, you. No, you.
No,
Oh,
you. Was this maybe Seattle's plan all along? Early in the season, people were saying, "Hey, why are they running Charbonnet so much? You've got Ken Walker, and then you see him come on this strong. The injury withstanding or notwithstanding. This might have been their play to have a healthy back?
Well,
in the playoffs?
I think they love Charbonnet in some of these short yardage situations, and he's such a good back and breaks so many tackles that, like, you got to have him on the field. You got to give him the ball. But now it's like, okay, big deal. Like Kenneth Walker, you're fresh. You can handle a full game, like, workload. The thing I was laughing at was a little shoot 'em up. Deshaun said that Sean McVay looks like a white Cash Patel.
That was going around the internet.
I saw that. Yeah, with the crazy eyes.
Yep.
You can't,
I'm never
you
gonna look
can't
at
unsee
Cash
it.
Patel the same way.
You can't
Dude.
unsee it now, right?
Yeah,
That's unreal, dude.
that's
That's
hilarious.
unreal. So Charbonnet's in trouble here. So, I mean, like, what do you take from this game? I think for the 49ers, you got a lot to be. Golly, dude, that is nuts. Is that AI?
Face, yeah.
That's got to be edited, right?
Yeah. Little face
But
mask.
okay, so the top left is really Cash Patel.
Yeah, the top ones are real.
Right,
The
it's
bottom-
obviously
the bottom.
Charbonnet.
The bottom left is white Cash Patel.
Yeah.
He still looks fucking crazy, man.
Yeah. Is Cash Patel still
eyes,
selling like
bro.
FBI merch?
Yeah.
Fucking wild. It's a fucking clever show out here. So anyways, we've got the Niners who they can't hang their heads, man. They ran into a buzzsaw. A bunch of guys were hurt this year. It's amazing they were even in this position. And eventually, like you saw the two teams kind of run out of gas. You know, the Bears kind of hung in there the whole game. They've been on this playoff run, it feels like, for a month, even though they're the 2 seed. It just feels like they've just been going and going and going. And same thing with the Niners, like rest be damned, all that stuff. Like you're not going to win a game where you start the game down 7-0 on a kickoff return. Can't hang your head, Niners faithful. Great year. You know, I think you got the pieces in place, but
they do have a Mike McDonald problem. Coming off, you look at this tape and you look at the Week 18 tape.
he's kind of owned them.
Like there's some retooling they got to do. They got to figure that thing out.
But they also have a problem with some of their weaponry. That's a problem. You know, and I also think like, hey, they were able to beat them in the first matchup, but you know, Nick Bosa called game. The games are like I know the offense is, but complementary football means something. You think about your two best players on defense. You've been missing them all year. You might have to replace your DC, and you know, 3 years ago, what that amounted to for them. It probably amounted to them coming up short with Steve Wilkes in the biggest spots, not knowing the calls to make.
Yep.
And, you know, injuries continue to hurt them, but this isn't one of those like, damn, like when they lost the Super Bowl and Greenlaw left in the first half, I was like, man, they're snake bit. Like they might win that game if Greenlaw doesn't leave. What feels worse, Niners fans? You tell me. 41-6 or a loss in the Super Bowl, another loss in the Super Bowl. I almost feel like this is probably better for y'all. Like I don't think you wanted to go because like I don't know if you had I don't know. Pats Niners might have been interesting, but Seahawks are a buzzsaw, dude. They're just so. And if Darnold plays like that, dude, the best quarterback in the divisional round, hence the best quarterback on the planet.
124 yards, Chris. Come on, baby.
It's QB wins, baby. It's taking care of the football.
I did see some shit I liked from the Seahawks. It looked a little different. Like I loved the gadgetry they used with Shaheed, like the end around where they caught him in cover 2. And that was a great breakdown from Tom, by the way. Like I can be critical of the broadcasters at the time. I love seeing him talk about, you know, how they were in like some form of 2-man rotating away. And then Shaheed, I think he got like 25, 30 yards on that or something. That was cool. They also lined him up in the backfield, but I thought the run game for the Seahawks was really emboldened by like really good blocking from their tight ends. Did a really good job, and obviously like the Rams front seven is a lot more tenacious than the 49ers injured defensive front seven, but still like I was really impressed too with the second level blocking of the interior O linemen on the linebackers again, who are banged up as fuck for the Niners. But like, you know, it's still tough to block in space at times if you're a interior O lineman. I thought they did a really good job there, man. So fun creativity out of Shaheed, and I don't know, Darnold looked healthy for the most part. Much ado about nothing for that oblique. You saw him like, I don't know, buy some time and then find JSN in the end zone. It just looked solid, man. And like also it just sounded so fucking loud and electric in that stadium. Like that home field advantage is a real thing, dude. It's gonna be fucking loud as shit next week.
It's the realest there is, in my opinion, and that's comes from the fact of having to play up there every year. It just, and you know, the one thing that the weather wasn't inclement. And like I don't know what it looks like next week. Like maybe the most important thing you have to look at if you're a Rams fan is what is the weather, because you know, like we've assigned this, hey, dome quarterback, West Coast guy, doesn't like cold weather to a lot of quarterbacks, and it hasn't always been true. But maybe this thing for Stafford's more true than we'd like to admit. You know, right now I'm seeing in Seattle, Washington, 41 degrees, precipitation 10%. Monday, though, precipitation jumps to 20. Maybe that moves into Sunday and it just starts pissing rain a little bit like it always does up there, and it makes it hard to operate. So
for the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan has 163 games under his belt as San Francisco's head coach. His team has been held under 7 points 4 times. 2 of the 4 have come against the Seahawks in January of 2026. Where do they go? What's their next move? What does their offseason look like?
Shanahan?
Get healthy.
Yeah, number 1.
Get away from that power plant.
Maybe move away from the power plant.
ASAP. Just in case.
Move to Gary, Indiana.
I do think they're still
Trade in electric.
I think something that's a little alarming. Micah Williams has to make a big jump from a pass rush standpoint. I think you found a good player in Stout. The safety room's it's not bad. I like Lenore. Lenore's awesome. Although he's been on the ass end of some of this stuff in the postseason. And you got your linebacker. D. Winters was a fucking missile the other night. You gotta bolster the front. You drafted 2 interior guys that you hope develop. So this is a young team that's naturally defensively going to take some jumps. I think offensively, eventually, you're going to have to draft a replacement for Trent.
Yeah.
And I think
they got some guys aging on offense, Chris. I mean, think about
you're gonna have to bolster
Kittle,
the weapons outside.
Exactly. CMC,
all those guys. You're not far away from a world without them.
But I think if everybody's healthy on defense, you really, ironically, you kind of have to pour more into the offense to stay ahead of the curve. I think.
Exactly. No, I agree, Chris. 100%. Get out in front of this. I mean, you have really good coaching, obviously, with Shanahan. He was able to do so much with so little this year. It was really impressive to watch. So, get out in front of it. You got guys. I'd love to see them kind of take some swings on some offensive weapons and just, I don't know, develop them for a little bit. I thought Ricky Pearsall would take a little bit more of a jump this year and get him going a little bit. But I feel like exactly what you said, CMC, Trent, Kittle's obviously going to be down for a while. What was Tongis's injury? Do we know? Was it pretty severe?
Don't know.
Right now, the 49ers have a minus $5 million cap space. They picked 27th. ESPN had
built through the draft.
Yeah.
It's
John Lynch time.
You just have to stay healthy and you have to build through the draft. But the staying healthy thing is, who knows, man.
ESPN had them tied them to Casey Concepcion. He's the former NC State, now Texas A&M wide receiver. Said he is a great fit for Shanahan's system as a strong route runner.
Saw him play live. Ball player.
Baller.
Twitched up.
You also need people that can win in the scramble drill. Right, because that is something we talk about all the time. Purdy's legs, it gives them a little bit of artistry that you don't have if you're just running the offense. So certainly you got to think about who's a fit, but also guys that can get open late in the down. So they got some work to do.
Jennings is a free agent. Who else? You got to figure out who else joins that wide receiver room, especially if Ayuk's not going to be there.
Yeah, and what the fuck is going on with that, man?
I don't know, bro. But he's never.
Is he under
back,
contract?
He can't come back. He can't come back.
Yeah, he was.
Can somebody tell me how that flies?
I don't get it.
Crazy.
Can somebody tell me if you're in that locker room how that flies? It's over.
There's information that we don't have.
There's got to be some story 100%. That we don't know.
But is this worse than what Slay did?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
100%. Slay
what
was
do you think?
tired after he was.
What do you think?
After he was dealt.
I mean, I feel like it's the same situation. I don't know.
I don't think it is.
He re-signed this big deal, and then
I disagree.
And then basically is
because
he
took the money, right?
Well,
so he's legally he's still getting paid.
No, I don't think.
No,
so,
he's not.
He's not showing. They're not.
Yeah, so I mean, no harm, no foul. I can see if he's getting paid.
They paid him a lot of money.
They did.
They paid him a lot.
4 years.
I'm talking about the whole year. I don't understand it.
$23 million signing bonus.
Yeah, that's wild.
Wild.
And for that Slay situation, so if they get a coach
that thing's over.
Yeah, I know, but if they get a coach that he likes, is it something where he can just be like, okay, I'm going back to Buffalo?
They still have his rights.
That's what I'm saying. Can he just do that?
I don't get the impression he wants to play football anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. But if a coach ends up there, that someone's like, "Hey, Slay, come on, one last go around."
If
man.
he does, because they still have his.
If I'm Buffalo, I'm good.
Word.
And I like Slay and everything, but like you can't expect. Wait, you're not gonna let him come up there next year? Like, bro, like he wasn't like a elite corner anymore.
Yeah,
he was a great corner for a long time.
Could make the transition to safety.
He was supposed to be a Band-Aid, but is he a thumper enough to play safety?
I don't know.
That only works for certain guys.
Right.
It's not
the reason it worked for.
Plus, you gotta want it. You gotta want to go play safety. He doesn't want to play for the team.
Wait, safety for the Bills.
You guys didn't say I was gonna play safety.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we even talking?
I've been here weeks ago.
Yeah.
There's not the list of. We had this conversation. The list of guys that could transition to safety like seamlessly at corner are not as. It's not as long a list as you think.
It's totally
you gotta
different
be ready
processing.
to fit a fucking duo, dude.
Yeah.
Yes. You got to be willing to play in the box. You got to have vision in front of you. You got to tackle, and
you got to be able
Ramsey,
to call fucking defense.
all that stuff. So, Ramsey made it seem like, well, you just fucking throw. You just, Okay, so I am still waiting for the Mercedes Lewis tackle transition to keep playing. Speaking of Denver Broncos. Okay. So now we got to talk about this
Hemingway game.
Hemingway game for sure. Nate was worried about Stroud, and it came true. And so we got to give Nate the attaboy for saying, "Oh, Stroud's not. He's not going to. I'm a little worried. He might not be big. The moment might be too big for him. Well, it was a lot too big for him.
It's crazy.
So I'll just say this: Houston made the biggest mistake coaching wise of the weekend. And what I say coming to this game, coaching is going to be the thing that pushes this game over the top one way or another. It ended up being quarterback play, but also D'Amico Ryans, and I know he might not have the autonomy to do this, and I'm sure that you have to call the GM and Nick Caserio down and maybe make this decision as a group, but I think you should have gone to Davis Mills at the half, and I said that in the moment. I said that in the second quarter. I'm sitting there in the house with Nate and the guys, and I'm like, dude, and it's nothing personal against C.J. Stroud because I do think he's got some good football in him, but in his current state, when you take last week into account, this week into account, the first half you just saw, and the fact that Davis Mills played a lot of football for you this year, the lack of respect that C.J. Stroud had for the football over the last 2 weeks should have landed him on the bench sitting next to the quarterback coach in the second half because he is not a guy who's under a big contract. He's a guy on his rookie deal that you have to make a decision on here soon. And honestly, for me, leaving him in the game, if the prevailing thought is, I love you, I got your back, I don't want to ruin the guy's confidence, number one, that's worse for his confidence than pulling him because and I hate this in football in general, is like if a guard's getting worked to the point where he gives up like 3-4 sacks in the first half and you've got a good 1B, like you're going to rotate the guy in. Like, why is it that we tiptoe around the quarterbacks where it's like, well, it might ruin his confidence. Well, what about the entire team? What about that defense that's historically good and good enough to win a Super Bowl if they've got a quarterback that doesn't turn the ball over? And that's not an exaggeration. It's 21-16 if you take away the pick six, and I don't even know if you could call what Houston was doing offense. I mean, it was awful. And so to me, standing in front of your room, and I hate saying this because I'm not, this isn't me trying to put a hit job on C.J. Stroud, and I'm a big Texans fan. Stand in front of that defense and explain to them that, like, hey, I didn't want to fuck up his confidence, and I love C.J. Stroud, and I got his back. Well, do you love us? And I know the defense will probably say, hey, we've got C.J.'s back and that sort of thing, and next year they got good character people. They got all their best players are high character guys. But for fuck's sake, dude, you have one window, and you don't know when you're going to get back, and you got half of a football game to go, and you're 2 scores down.
Bruh.
I don't know how you thought that CJ was going to bring you back in that football game.
And, like, D'Amico seems like what was it, at halftime when they were talking to him, they were saying that he was trying to, like, speak confidence into CJ and just saying, hey, we all got your back. And that was one of the biggest things for me is that when he was making these bad plays and they kept showing him on the sideline, it didn't look like there was players running over there being like, "We got your back, bro."
Yes.
Like we got you. And sometimes that's like, even if it's like performative or whatever, like I feel like that will probably help a quarterback. But the fact that D'Amico said that verbally, and that he, as a coach, he can probably see that also, like, oh, my guy's like, he's losing confidence every series right now. Like that
in a game where your offensive line is not in great shape,
Mm-hmm.
And the Pats defense, let's make it about the team that won too, because they fucking kicked their ass as well, and they kicked somebody's ass last week. They pretty soon it's not like an anomaly, it's a pattern that they're just lining up and kicking people's asses. And this DC, who wasn't even supposed to be the DC, is throwing more at teams, and he might be a guy that all of a sudden it's like, oh well, maybe he's a head coach.
I like him a lot, man.
But I'll tell you this, it just, for a guy that, like, you talk about handling a wet football, and I turned to you guys during the game and I said this, is like, you would think Houston would be all over taking care of the football, knowing that coming into this game and saying like, hey, we're not going to fumble the football. You're going up, it's going to be a wet ball, it's cold weather. This is the New England advantage. Now, New England didn't take care of the football because Drake May put it on the ground a few times, but from a situational standpoint, like, you expect to go up to New England and put the ball on the ground like 4 times in the first half, or throw 4 interceptions or whatever it is and turn the ball. It's just like, it's football suicide. And I just feel for that defense. And I thought the Patriots, as uneven and sloppy as the game was, and at times as outmatched as they were offensively, they knew early in the game. And again, this is Vrabel and McDaniel knowing the game script, saying, all right, we got this ball at midfield, we got to get aggressive here. They were hitting the in cuts, they got the big rack play for a touchdown early, and they then define the football game, and they say, well, Stroud is not going to be able to bring this team back. Like, he's just not that kind of team. They don't have a run game to speak of. They're going to be one-dimensional. We're going to tee the fuck off. So I thought the Patriots in the beginning of the game, having the confidence, and the quarterback and the play caller, and I've often lauded their intermediate and short passing game, having that going early and then going for the jugular late. I thought the drive where they ran the ball 6 straight times, you start to see Vrabel get a little chubby over there. You know, he was like, this is my kind of shit here. Like, I'm just going to run the football, and they know it and they can't stop it. And then taking the shot to Boutte, that was just like the backbreaker, and also such an adult football team drive. So as bad as some of the things were with the ball security or the protection, you're playing an incredible defense. And Will Campbell and those guys, they got to buckle up and be ready to do it again next week. I thought that drive was as impressive a drive. The way that New England, when Drake's not fumbling a sack fumble, takes care of the football. Ironically, because the season starts with Ramondre Stevenson, you know, you're having to pull him off the field. He's putting the ball on the ground, that sort of thing. The confidence that Vrabel's breathed into, like, a guy like him, that you're almost not thinking about these fumbles now, unless you're a Pats fan. I'm sure Aiden's thinking about, like, oh, don't put it on the turf. But, like, they really have gotten really good at situational football. Their receivers catch the football. They're smart. They're heady. They are way ahead of schedule, but they act like they've been doing this a while. And that's the Vrabel effect, and it's also having a fucking young MVP caliber quarterback who can throw the fuck out of the football.
One thing I was impressed with, Chris, is, I mean, okay, let's call a spade here. The Texans defense was nice, and like you said, like, a lot of strip sacks, a lot of turnovers, things like that. And they did it even when McDaniels and the Patriots offense was chipping. They were running, I don't know what you call this when you were playing, but it's like, we just call it pit draw. You know, it's like you get like pass sets out of the O-line and a delayed handoff to the running back. They ran that like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
They were trying to chip with Henderson. They were trying to chip with the tight ends. They were doing everything they could to try to slow him down. And then it felt like the moment they got away from that, you see like 3 Will Anderson sacks and a Danielle Hunter strip sack and stuff like that. So like they had a plan in place to stop the Texans rushers specifically, and like still kind of couldn't do it, which just speaks to the talent and, you know, the talent they have on defense. But like, I just really like their approach to this game, man. Like they ran the ball pretty well. Like 32 rushes between Henderson and Stevenson is, I mean, that's a recipe for success in a game where the opposing quarterback can't fucking help but turn the ball over, and it's, you know, sleeting rain outside. And I mean, I don't know. It was kind of a sloppy game, but it was still somehow incredibly entertaining.
Carlton Davis, who people say is like the weak link there and that sort of thing, and people are going to try Carlton Davis and that sort of thing. He had the pick where he barely got his knee down in bounds, like, right? Nice. That was him at the beginning of the game. Yep. He had another one. These are not easy plays to make in the rain, in the snow. So when I talk about like taking care of the football, it's also like taking your opportunities and making the plays. You know, tips and overthrows, got to have those. They did that, dude. And so like Davis deserves a lot of credit. You know, I also feel like Christian Gonzalez, like anytime you watch a game, you're just like, damn, this guy's like, he's like Surtain East.
And Riley Moss is Carlton. You know what I mean? It's like, that's kind of what I kept thinking there.
But dude, Riley's defensively better than Carlton.
Yeah. Noel, do you have the blitz rate that I feel like they were blitzing so much. The one thing that I was kind of disappointed, I mean, I was disappointed in Stroud a lot. The one thing I was hoping that he would get to in the second half is like sometimes when you do a lot of like 6-7 man pressures, 0 blitz, if the quarterback can kind of like sift through, you know, and create, like, pick up a first down with his feet, it's like obviously you're not feeling very comfortable throwing the ball. Your decision making is questionable at best for CJ Stroud. But like I just would have liked to have seen him, I don't know, tuck the ball and run it a little bit more, you know, try to pick up some stuff with his feet, squirt through some of those blitzes, and just be a little more aggressive with his feet, just to try to get the offense into a rhythm, you know, settle into it a little bit, not have to rely on your, you know, on your arm as much, and just get comfortable. That's one thing I was pretty disappointed in. But I mentioned it earlier, the Pats blitz a ton. Their run game, like, I thought they played the run really well. 46%, yeah. That's what it looked like. And it looked like just 0 blitz.
And as you look at this week here, like, are they going to be as aggressive because they're seeing Stidham as, like a lawn deer back there, like he's going to freak out? Or are you just like, we're going to sit back and play coverage and make him beat us? Like,
might be wiser to do that because of the prowess as the Broncos offensive line. Like Garrett Bowles all season has been a brick wall.
Yes.
McGlinchey on Saturday just about mirrored it.
Yeah.
You're saying playing really, coverage? Really well.
That's another fucking thing about the Bills game.
I would blitz.
Where's the big winning rush? You know, and part of that is Bo Nix being but like the Patriots, they've gotten Chazon and guys like this, they have found ways to win rushes, and it's impressive because, like, when you looked at them, you also have to realize, man, like, this is a team going for it on a rookie deal.
Yep.
This is what it looks like when you do it right. You know, they spent how much money in free agency this offseason? Everybody was like, oh, that's kind of cute. Like, they're doing the thing. They're going for it on the rookie deal.
$300 million or something.
They did it, and the window is now. And so they just feel to me like a very adult football team. And that's the best compliment I can give you, especially when you're quarterbacked by a young player who, again, did not play great. Mm-hmm. He didn't play great. Should they take his MVP trophy away if he wins it? No, because it's just about getting it done, and they got it done. And so, you know, I don't think there's a team. I want to be respectful to the Broncos, but like the other 3 teams, I don't think there's a team that I look at and say you can't win it. Like, Broncos would be hard. It's going to be hard. You got a backup quarterback. They're going to make movies about it if you do. Mm-hmm. You know, somebody's going to play Jared Stidham. I don't know who that would be.
Yep.
Who asked Macon? But I think the other 3
Cowboy Reed.
The other 3 teams, like,
there's Garrett Stidham.
And you can say Patriots easy schedule, all that stuff. I just see a team that's like, they're grown up enough. And and yes, when you look at it in retrospect, you're like, damn, they beat the Chargers, who gave up 32 pressures, and they made the rushes. And then they beat, CJ Stroud, who threw 4 interceptions. Like, at some point you got to start giving them credit. And I'm going to err on the side of giving them credit because Mike knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be a job. I think the NFL would love a Seattle New England Super Bowl, a little rematch.
Yep.
You know,
Yep. There's 3 potential rematches of the 4.
Yeah,
it's a good.
You get a possible Rams,
Patriots,
Patriots,
Seahawks, and Broncos Seahawks.
Yeah, which is a little bit more painful for you to think about.
Yep. But that's why we need it. We got to get that revenge. I don't feel good about that.
But I don't want to be harsh here, but I do think like it's. I want to pop back up on my soapbox for a second, dude. Like you can't. Everybody's dependent on the quarterback, and he hasn't earned the right to have a half like that or 6 quarters like that in the playoffs. This defense isn't going to stay together forever, and that's a real shame. I was on a pretty good defense in the middle of my career, and we didn't have it 1 through 11 like these guys, but like it felt like when it was all said and done, I was like, "Fuck, man, we just wasted it." And I hope they don't wake up one day and say like, "Damn, we got to the divisional round, we sat on our hands at the half." Maybe they knew internally that Davis Mills wasn't ready.
Yeah,
but
Hunter jumps on that football instead of trying to pick it up.
Inside.
It changes everything. It changes everything.
Yeah, man. Are the Pats doing like loose ball drills or something? Golly.
That's what
they keep picking up important fumbles. Wilson last week.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Vrabel seems like the coach that takes all those stupid little drills very, very serious and doesn't let anyone slack off. It's usually the drills that, like, if you're on a team, when you're doing the fumble drill or the drills where it's like we-fence, it's like every offense, defense together with special teams. Like you have to do these little ball security drills.
Maybe you should coach the Bills,
in case. And most teams I've been on, it's like if you're a high-paid guy, if you don't want to do those drills, it's like you see them walking around or kind of staying to the back of the line, and a lot of the younger guys have to do these drills, and they seem like a team where they don't take that that part of practice for granted, because that definitely saved the game for them for sure.
Yeah,
being able to jump on fumbles and recover them.
No, they seem like
because you see
like one of these teams of destiny.
Yeah.
You ask who's a team of destiny?
Yeah,
they got a little of that feel where it's like. Hey, win total 6.5 or whatever, 7.5 or whatever it was. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was 8.5. I don't know. But it wasn't fucking. They weren't supposed to go to the playoffs. They weren't minus money to win the division.
8.5.
8.5. I mean, like, and a lot of people thought that was a little rich. It was a trendy pick. I think a lot of people were saying, hey, I had him maybe wild card. Nate had him in the Super Bowl. I think this is the last team that any of us have left in the Super Bowl.
I think you're right.
In preseason. So, Nate, there's only you left. You're our help me, Obi-Wan. That's why he found that jersey. Where was that jersey?
It's upstairs. I had it for a while.
That's so
wait, you had it?
What, this one?
Yeah.
This is mine.
That's yours?
Yeah.
Is it in the office?
Bro, it's not your signed. It's not your signed one. I wouldn't do that.
No, I don't even mean a signed one.
No, there's one up there that's signed by someone.
But where did you get that?
China.
You got it in China?
Yeah.
Back when I played for the Pats?
Yeah. Maybe when you won.
Because last night, I let people in on a little something that you said during the live stream that was unreal.
What did I say?
It was some conversation about possession. I was like, well, you guys, you wouldn't give me your lighter. You were like, you don't get my lighter. I was like, bro, you ate all my lasagna last week. And he was like, is that your lasagna? You didn't cook it. Your wife cooked it.
That's
like,
crazy.
That's
crazy for you to call it your lasagna.
I mean, it is. You're at my house and you're eating my lasagna.
I mean, your wife's lasagna.
It's my lasagna, dude.
It
is
not.
My lasagna. This podcast paid for the ricotta, for the sheets of pasta, for the everything, and she made it with love. But it's my lasagna now. When she's like, "Hey, you can have the rest of this lasagna." Also, we're in my house, dude. That's an unreal claim that you're like, it's not your lasagna.
Great lasagna, by the way.
Amazing. Yeah, fuck, dude.
Really, really good.
I'll thank my wife, who was nice enough to give me the lasagna.
And shout out Steve, because he does still have the Rams live Super Bowl pick. He had Ravens Rams.
Oh, Steve had Rams.
Yeah,
so we're good. We're good.
It's in there. And hey, real fast, a quick look at the lines for next week before we get into the zone landline. Patriots Broncos. The Patriots are favored by 5.5 points. The total is 41.5. And Rams Seahawks. The Seahawks are favored by 2.5. Total is 47.5.
See, I don't want to tell anybody because me and Macon, we are down to the wire. So is Steve. Steve's still in it.
He's lurking.
But, like, Macon's now a game ahead. I gave up a 2-game lead with that bed shitting this weekend. And now Macon's a game ahead. Dead heat. Green light picks. I hope you've been tailing. I think we are still well above 500, but it's coming down the wire. This is the last week for that. And it's props and shit like that, which I hate.
No rules.
Oh, Macon's going to pick 4 kicker props, dude. Fuck me, dude. All right.
Can I say something real quick before we move on from the Pats?
Do it,
Somebody said our lasagna now, comrades. I think the chat is like getting a window into sometimes what I deal with is when Nate's like, that's not your lasagna. Is it? Go ahead.
Tommy, what's his name? Togai, 72. I've been loving watching him play. Togai. He had a great game. He forced a fumble. Like, he's just stout, man. He reminds me of like who was it? Puna Ford shouted out Al Woods. And I was like, man, that is exactly who he reminds me of. And he's had a great season, dude. And he played.
That's a good poll.
He played good, dude. He had an administrative. He had like a 2-minute motion or whatever on the goal line. That was a pretty costly penalty. He was playing fullback, but other than that, like, dude, he had a really good season. I don't think these big nose guards. He definitely doesn't get as much love as Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter, but he's a fucking stud, man.
Willie, where's the 70s number? Right?
Yeah, 72.
which I've been there, and it's not a good deal.
Yeah.
It's that you're like, oh, this is gonna look like OCU Manura, and no, it doesn't. And
it's an immediate obstacle to respect.
Yeah, and then also like, while Tommy Togiai is a super fucking cool name, like I don't think people put respect on it, which is wild. Tommy Togiai is like a movie or a video game name. That's a sick name.
Yeah, sounds like a Street Fighter.
Name, dude. Like I'm playing with Tommy Togiai. He's got a finishing move where Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter come in and they just spin the guy right by his hair and fucking throw him. I want to play Mortal Kombat, dude. I miss Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Finish him.
Who did you used to be when you played Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat. Scorpion and what's his name?
I like Reptile.
Baraka,
Sub-Zero. Baraka. I was Baraka, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Johnny
like
Kid.
I don't know what Baraka is. He's like an animal kind of.
of.
I don't know. He be doing that scratching shit.
Yeah, let me see.
Wow.
But Scorpion was the only one where I knew how to consistently do the fatality where like he pulled his mask off and blew, and it was like a skull and he blew flames. So I used the most.
My favorite was Raiden.
Raiden, yeah.
I was a Raiden man. Yeah.
Raiden was sick.
Electricity
The
and
hat
flying and hat.
There were some babes in this fucking video game.
Easy.
There were some babes in the video game. What?
Jade? You kidding me?
You was on the AI hoes early?
Fuck yeah, I was.
Katana? Oh, Katana's nice.
AI hose. Yeah, dude. All right.
Oh yeah,
so
he was cool too because he
Shang
morphed.
Tsung?
Yeah, Shang Tsung. He morphed into any character
yeah.
like that you were like fighting against.
Are you Shang Tsung? You kind of remind me of Shang Tsung. Oh, here goes the Jags helmet. Oh, here goes the Bears helmet. Oh, here's the Pats jersey. Who is your favorite team? Anyways, I'm Shang Tsung.
Who's your favorite team?
They're all gone.
Eagles,
dude.
right?
They're all gone.
That's your favorite team?
They're all gone,
I
bro.
know. It's a sad day. We got
Yeah.
Reed, and then Reed's a sad boy. Reed's team's still in it, but
Yeah, but I could
Are
do the
they?
thing. If I was fake,
Yeah, we are.
If I was fake, I'd be like,
We
I played
still
for the
bleed.
Rams.
You did. I mean, technically, you could still
Oh, thank you for confirming that.
you can still cheer for them, man.
I grant you that. No, I'm cheering for the team because professionally, I just want to be right. So I'm going to cheer for the Seahawks this weekend because
Yeah, I've been cheering for the Seahawks all year. I'm with
yeah,
you. Chris. I've been
he's
saying that drum.
Bo. Basically, I
I'm a
copied
huge
Bo's
Seahawks
pick. He somehow
Right.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
Ring. We got the zone landline.
let's do it. I got to tell you about. Tell you about Zone. Okay, warning: this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. Underage sale prohibited. Y'all know I'm a bit more selective of my nicotine pouches these days. So for me, the quality of the pouch is what I prioritize. Which is why I'll pop in a Zone Wintergreen. 1.6 milligram is all I need. Whether I'm kicking back and watching ball on a Sunday, floating the river with Cowboy and the rest of the crew. I can't wait for that. or breaking down film ahead of a show. Zone easily gets me locked in. With its smooth feel and variety of flavors, Zone is always on our game day roster. Whether you like a fresh mint flavor or you're into citrus flavor, check out their roster of options. Use promo code GL20 at nickokick.com/zone for 20% off at checkout.
This is random, but my cousin that I said is a magician.
The ad reads over.
My cousin who I said is a magician.
Yeah.
He's also like ranked in Mortal Kombat. Like,
really?
He's like
you have wait, but hold on.
Really
when did you tell me you have a cousin that's a magician?
Yeah, we talked about this. Like
we talk about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's a magician. He's a pastor. He does a lot of stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it's interesting. My cousin John.
Does he pull like stuff out of boxes and stuff?
Yeah,
or?
he can do like the kid magician show.
Could he cut you in half and then like?
I'm not sure, but it's more like deck of cards, and that type of stuff.
Okay.
I don't know about cutting people in half yet.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sorry, we're showing Jared
Stidham to
DT.
Highlights. God rest his soul. That's wild.
I'm crunching
DT.
Stidham Broncos
DT.
preseason tape right now.
DT.
Stidham.
Okay.
Our first call in ring.
The Bills obviously didn't have their best game. Obviously, Josh didn't have his best game. But the fact that he is taking responsibility, the fact that he feels like he let everyone else down.
Oh, you're just doing this
Bean created the worst roster he's played with in his entire career is so infuriating to me. This season was over before it even started because Bean went on the radio and said all the fans were bitching and complained about the fact that fans were asking, hey, who's Josh going to throw the ball to? You let our number 2 receiver go. You jerked James around with the contract stuff, and then that was it. That's the roster. Josh and James. You gambled, you lost. I want Bean gone. I want McDermott gone. I want an actual OC. I don't feel let down by Josh at all. Obviously not his best game, but he's the only person taking responsibility. The management needs to take responsibility.
She sounds very reasonable and knowledgeable about the game, and I hate that it's come to the fact that a bunch of people in the chat are probably calling you an apologist and an idiot. You're absolutely right on. Bean, I'm not saying. Well, I'm saying it, dude. Like when I read that today, I was like, "Am I being punked?" Like McDermott's going like, and then I saw a tweet later. It was like, "Guess who's making the decision on the new head coach? Guess who has naked pictures of the owner?" It's Brandon Bean, dude. Like, because, I mean, these aren't excuses. This is just reality, dude. Like,
is someone threatening to
rank the rosters outside the QBs in the playoffs this weekend?
Is someone
do it? Do it. I want you guys to do it. I don't want to do it. You guys do it. Rank the rosters.
Bean not just staying, he was promoted.
No, okay, yeah.
President of football.
Golly, this feels like a coup. All right.
You got to have more than just
There's a couple coups going on, huh?
You got to have more than just a naked. Just a naked picture isn't enough just to have your way.
I think that's a lot of global goings on is being driven by naked pictures.
Just a
right
naked
now.
picture?
Yeah.
In a compromised position?
Yeah.
Who was it?
I think that's how the world is being run right now.
You just got to get out in front of it. Who was it? Oscar De La Hoya and the pantyhose?
Yeah, be like, this is me. So what?
And that's what I mean. So like, get a new.
So
GM.
what?
Get a new GM.
No, I'm just. But rank the rosters this weekend, top to bottom. You take the quarterbacks off the team.
No QBs.
No QBs.
Ooh.
And you can bitch all you want in the chat. I'm not even looking.
Broncos, Bills, Patriots, Texans, Seahawks, 49ers, Bears, Rams. That's not in order. That's
okay. I was like,
sorry.
You're talking about from this past weekend, right?
The divisional round.
The thing that makes the Patriots amazing is I don't put them up there.
Yeah.
I don't put them up there. I think the Rams have
they've gotten
good
better.
to
the Rams and the Seahawks. Right there.
I think the Hawks and the Hawks are number one to me. The Broncos
I think
not
Rams.
far behind. The Rams in there too. So Hawks, Rams, Broncos.
Where do the Bears fall though?
Pretty low.
Really?
Pretty low, yeah. Yeah.
It's the defensive side of the ball.
I don't think they're the bottom, but they're pretty low.
Yeah.
They're in there with the Bills somewhere.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you gave Josh fucking Luther, Burden, Roma, Dunze, Loveland,
He's going far. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think it's a young roster that's probably better than like they probably slot below that Broncos tier. We said what? Hawks, Rams, Broncos.
Hawks, Rams, Broncos.
I would put the Bears there.
You put them right below the Broncos?
Yeah, I think so.
So it comes down to like the Texans and the Bills.
Yeah.
And it depends on how much you weigh defense.
Mm-hmm. Where the 49ers?
Oh, 49ers. 49ers as
healthy
in the situation they were in is low.
As they are.
Yeah. It's low. They might be the lowest.
Low.
Mm-hmm. In the circumstance that they were in this weekend, they're probably the lowest roster.
I mean, it showed on the score.
Yeah. And the guy with roster 7 out of 8 is getting promoted today.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And
that's hate.
Why? Because he was the one.
Dog, I didn't make the takes. Everybody, even Stephen A. all week was like, I just don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible. They're going to go in there and get beat because they're down to fucking 3 healthy wide receivers. There's nobody on the – they're not a great team. It's not possible. And then on Monday, it's like, we should execute Josh Allen. What do you say? We execute him? Let's execute him. So I just think this stuff's like it's funny in when you parse a coach getting fired, but not the GM on a roster like this. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be going here if it weren't for all the news that came out this morning. So
caller number 2, we got a Rams fan.
Hey, Chris Long. I know you're rooting for the Rams these days. I'm sorry we couldn't bring you championship beforehand, but yo,
it's okay.
I am drunk as shit.
That's awesome.
And
is this Ralph?
That game was fucking insane. Sean McVay needs to run the goddamn ball a lot more while fucking offense. Anyways.
Hell yeah.
Let's go Rams. We got the dub. We can go beat Seattle. I know you were fucking like them for the division, but we're going to win the bowl.
Win the bowl.
I love that, dude. I love that, and they got a real shot at doing it. And honestly, dude, I think what you're finding right now, there were a lot of people that for a long time thought, like with the Rams, that like, I hate the Rams or I'm anti-Rams or that sort of thing. Like, it depends on if I have money on them, right? I think that's what drives most of my fandom. And you could say that's sad or dystopian or like it's not how you imagined it, but like that's kind of how it goes. Whoever I picked, whoever I have money on, whoever my friends, if I have friends on the team, I still love a lot of those guys on the Rams. I went out there this year and got to go to AD's, Aaron Donald's charity event, me, William Hayes, and Robert Quinn. And, do I like the fact they're in L.A.? Fuck no. I miss the St. Louis Rams. But it doesn't dominate my viewing experience. That's not it. I still am tight with Reggie Scott, Byron with the trainers. There's strength coaches I know there. There's fucking Les Snead. I still know Les Snead. So there are guys that I still, Tony Pastores, all those guys. Like there's still a lot of dudes with that organization that I fuck with. Plus I saw my boy Jimmy G in the weight room when I was out there, dude. It's always good to see Jimmy G, one of the all-timers.
7 career conference championship games for Jimmy G. Pretty impressive.
Wow.
Pretty impressive.
Give me my money.
Caller number 3, Katie from Minnesota.
Hey guys, this is Katie from Minnesota. Obviously, I never had the chance to play tackle football, so just wondering if you could tell us what goes on at the bottom of a pile in the NFL.
It depends. I think it depends
weird
on
shit.
Yeah,
untold hard.
Weird shit.
I saw a guy during the Steelers game, and I got a video of it that grabbed the guy's dick.
And that's funny. That's when you think you're under a pile.
How did you see it? Was anybody wearing gray pants? How did you know where the dick was? So
that guy definitely thought he was under the pile.
Oh yeah, you're not under the pile, bro. You're in 4K,
1080, 4K, 8K. You were caught.
10K.
You're on Prime Vision.
But
yeah, dude. Squeezing
and
that
the worst thing
piece.
about that is just like, bro, like there's people under piles. I've bitten someone's finger before, like under a pile, because someone legit had their finger in my mouth and was pulling at my lip like this. And it's one of those things that like if you've never had it happen to you, when it's happening, you're like, what the and first off, it's gross because it's someone with their fucking nasty ass football glove in my mouth, and I literally
let him do that to you,
bro. I bit their finger, because they weren't gonna. Whoever was doing it, they weren't gonna let go. And I still, to this day, don't know who did it.
Yeah.
And you just roll out this pile, and you kind of look around like, one of you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, one of you. But
man, I uppercutted somebody in the nutsack so hard one time. This was in high school though, because they had a coach at one of our rival schools that I got word that the coach was practicing ahead of the game high-lowing. They were like, we're gonna high-low 55. They were running drills to high-low me.
Wow.
And they high-lowed me during the game, and I said, do it again. I said, do it one more time. Extra point. I lined up right in front of this dude. Man, I was like it was like Johnny Cage. I Johnny Caged him, uppercut in the ball sack, dude. The guy was crying.
Whoopsie! You know what I'm talking about?
And I know he's out there somewhere right now. And man, I hope you don't talk the same. I hope it's been hard.
No kids.
Yeah, there's no kids. You had that fucking thing coming.
Did you do remember the Titans thing where the player ran over at the coach after
he did run to the coach. He did run to the coach.
Pointed right at him.
He ran to the coach like a little bitch. He was like, "Coach, coach." But in the NFL though, I always found it like when you're under a pile, sometimes it's not always that. There's also sometimes where it's like, "Oh man, you good?" Like, you know, or somebody will be like, you hear one guy being like, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe."
Or
exactly.
Like the wily vets or like the guys that are trying to like get a penalty like drawn. It's really rolling off the pile, like guys knowing they can like willingly put all their weight on you, like to get themselves up, which in turn is probably you at the bottom of the pile. It's going to make you react in a way that can potentially get you a penalty. You try to get up really quick and push them off, or like try to kick them or whatever, because guys do that too, like leaning on someone trying to get up, or like putting your knee down really hard and you're acting like you're standing up or whatever on someone's like back or their thigh.
I've done the eye
that
thing.
Shit hurts.
I've done the eye gouge thing.
You try to poke someone's eye?
Oh fuck yeah,
dude. You're nuts. That's crazy. So like,
well, not trying to like,
but look,
leave them without like vision.
But like that's my thing. Like if you're doing
something to me, I'm doing something to you.
I know, but if you're doing that, worst case scenario, when you're angry in that moment, say you do that, what happens if you pull that guy's eye out?
Ooh, then it's gonna be like fucking Any Given Sunday out there.
Like you're gonna care. You're gonna be like, fuck.
Obviously, dude.
I know.
Probably gonna go to jail. So yeah, I know how to gouge a guy's eye without severing the eyeball. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've definitely been tried. Like, it's weird being on the bottom of a pile. It's stupid too. Or when you recover a fumble and people trying to like break your fingers.
Dude, that's the thing that's crazy.
Trying to take your fingers off the ball any way possible.
That's the crazy thing.
Any way. And it's like, how much are you willing to take if you're in a position? And then also the person pulling it is like, is this person like...
So when that guy had his...
I guarantee you.
When that guy had his
nuts enough
hand
to
in your
break
mouth,
my finger.
Guarantee you Vrabel's drilling this stuff too. This is part of the loose ball drill.
Take that finger, bro.
Pile etiquette.
If you're trying to get a do you want to win a game that bad?
Yeah, dude, you cut my finger off like Ronnie Lott.
I'm saying if you're that person though, like pulling someone's finger, like are you gonna pull it back until you hear it snap, or like
it's just crazy. We used to really revel in this stuff. Like it was fun to like be that person. And you always thought when you were playing, you're like, what happens down the road? I'm not gonna feel like my dad. Man, I feel just like my fucking dad, dude. 40 years old. I'm hurting, bro. Some of this stuff. It is so fun to think about being in this shit again, dude. Like, wouldn't it be fun if somebody give us some Toradol and give us one more chance?
I don't think I would make it.
Man, it'd be fun.
I'm ready.
Just one game, you know? I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun until you have to defend the tush push. And then you're like,
man, you got to take me out. I'm a specialist. See? That's not in my contract.
Yeah, right? Can't be a fucking speed bump.
Okay, all right. And then we used to jump on piles back when it wasn't illegal. I used
to get points. You used to get points on defense on some teams.
Yeah.
JOP.
You would get fined for that every time.
Big fine.
Pile jumper, look out.
In like 2006, they used to be like, look at that finish. All right, so
positive.
BetMGM Moments.
Moments.
We're gonna say hi to BetMGM one more time. and then we're going to decide best flight, worst flight.
Okay.
One more ad read in front of you.
Oh, my ad read. Okay. I was just looking to see if I had my moments. Okay. All playoffs long. BetMGM players will be receiving Pro Football Odds Boost tokens to use on the games. Here's how you can get in on the action. Log into your BetMGM account on game day to receive your token. Add a Pro Football playoff wager to your bet slip and activate the token. If your boosted bet hits, you'll score extra winnings in unrestricted bonus dollars. If you haven't joined the BetMGM family yet, use bonus code GREENLIGHT, and you'll enjoy up to a $1,500 new player offer on your first wager. BetMGM, make it legendary. I need a fucking play tonight, and I think it's just SIG, dude.
Yeah. SIG City.
What's the line at now? It's probably like balloon to 9, huh?
Miami money line and over 48.
I know that's fun if I want the dog to win, but I don't want the dog to win at
Indiana
all.
minus 7.5. The total's at 46.5.
So that hasn't moved, dude. Indiana, the minus 7.5 really hasn't moved. And there's no real dance partners to tease it with. I guess you could tease it with New England if you think. I know it's not for you, maybe, but
no, we're not. No, we're not. That's all right,
dude. I want Miami to get fucking dusted, dude.
You riding with your cousin, Nate?
Absolutely.
Is there a sack prop on Ruben Bain?
I hope so. I mean, not in Virginia, but everywhere else. If there is a sack prop,
take it.
I would take the over. I would take it.
Anytime touchdown, Elijah Surratt, former JMU guy.
JMU legend.
And hey, if you want some cool, gear, Tanner designed a pretty slick Signetti hat on the Greenlight Podcast website. So check out greenlightpodcast.com/shop.
Google me.
Peep it.
Google me.
All right, we got to choose best flight, worst flight. So Chris went with Kevin Stefanski, Bo, the flight of the ball for Caleb's touchdown at the end of the game, and Nate, the LA Rams. That was best flight. Tanner, your pick?
The ball on Caleb's touchdown. The ball flight.
Yeah, that's my pick as well. The NFL films slow-mo dramatic edit of that play. Dramatic music edit. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. All right, worst flight. We had Texans from Chris. Bo had Sean McDermott.
Texans.
Yeah,
Texans.
It is.
All the way.
Texans. Belvacom way. Bo, what you got?
I believe I sent you a clip for this, Cowbs. If you want to roll that. But there's an awesome
keep the ball in the
angle.
air. This is where you keep the ball in the air for a minute or two. Golly, that's cool. You can't show that.
Booty.
Oh, you fucking. First
you know what?
day?
You guys should all look it up. I think this is an NFL. What was it? NFL Films?
It's inside the NFL. We'll click
inside
through
the
some
NFL
screenshots.
clip
Look at that.
of the Drake May pass to Booty.
Isn't this cool?
Snag.
We can grow the game
Pretty
by
cool
showing
stuff.
stills.
Don't you work for Inside the NFL?
Sort of. It's like a podcast now.
But at the end, like you see the snow in the background. At the end, you see him snake that hand out and snag that pass.
Charles
Really
Barkley is
cool.
right. Bunch of fucking
Really cool
pigs.
video.
Booty, 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 rocking everywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
I found you, Kayshawn Booty.
You good?
Kayshawn Booty is Derek Stingley's kryptonite on deep throws.
Hey,
Deep throat.
and we were talking about this yesterday.
Rose.
Lassiter was balling yesterday.
He's awesome.
Stingley not as much. Stingley had a rough drive towards the end of the game, but
Lassiter is just locked down.
all right. So,
Belva Conway.
go ahead.
I don't really have one.
Okay, in that case, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances. I would say the sideline view in the Chicago Bears tape. Like, if you watch tape, you notice that the Bears have one of the most unique filming locations in the NFL. Like, when we used to play, we'd be like, what the fuck is this, dude? But it's kind of cool now. It's like different. It's like low.
Yeah.
And the snow was, it was like unusable. Some of this all-22 was unusable, dude. It looked incredible. And
There were moments where the snow was traveling perfectly sideways across the screen.
Is that wind you were talking about, Nate?
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
It's been crazy there. Like, it goes side to side. Or it looks like you'll be standing on the field, and it looks like little tornadoes in different spots because the wind is spinning weird inside of Soldier Field. Off what, Lake Michigan? Lake Erie, whatever.
One of them lakes.
Whenever,
I think it's Michigan.
Yeah, like Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Bears tape back in the day, though. They're filming from like the hot dog stand.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I'll take a bevel. I got a bevel.
Okay.
Let's try to win this last second. Bevel Conway. The nice new beautiful hat on greenlightmerch.com. Google
good. Throw it
me.
up there.
I was waiting for somebody to say that.
Promo code Dr. Fax.
You know the way to Tanner's heart.
Go check out the hat.
Go ahead and put me down for that one.
Designed by Tanner. Nice Google me. Has a nice little sig on the side.
Yep.
Looks like something that'll be fire if you was in a frat house. Amazing hat to buy. I love it.
We are. We're gonna find it.
We're gonna get there.
We're gonna find it. There it is. Down.
It was down.
There it is.
Oh.
Google me. Hit the link.
Look at that shit.
There you go.
Scoop it. Greenlightpodcast.shop.
Do it. And if the Hoosiers win, this thing's got to sell like hotcakes.
Yeah.
If the Hoosiers lose,
please still buy one.
Yeah, we'll send them to some
Still a
foreign
sick
countries.
Google me.
Yeah.
Sig.
All right. Yeah, I'm voting for the hat.
Nolan?
My bevel is the film of the Bears-Rams game.
Damn.
We're split. So I got Drake made deep throw in the snow.
Deep throat?
What the hell?
Why do you keep saying that?
Because he keeps saying that.
I say there's a
deep
clear
throw.
W.
We're
There's
talking
no
about
A and
football.
T. There's a clear W on the end of that.
Somebody has some oysters for
Horny.
breakfast.
Yeah.
Jesus
Can pause.
What did he say?
Nate,
It's a deep
resume.
It's what he.
Deep
It's what,
throw.
He said deep throw. And he keeps saying, are you saying?
Throat.
deep throw.
He's
You know the rules. If Nate says it, it's
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Is it your lasagna? I'm gonna start doing that with you, bro.
It was Meg's lasagna.
I'm gonna start doing that with you. I'm gonna be like, is that your kid? Is that your kid? Because she did all the work.
Is that your water, Nate?
It's our kid. It's our.
No, I don't know about that. I don't know if it is.
Anti-bevel.
Anti-bevel. I have one. It's CJ Stroud standing over Stover. That was the most heart-wrenching moment of the whole weekend. And listen, people feel bad for Bo. People feel bad for Josh. But it's a feel bad. But honestly, for a human being that's life has changed the most as a result of yesterday, it was that. And when he underthrew or didn't put it on the front side of Stover and he had to come back for the ball and obviously blew his knee out. And he's standing over him and he's just like, I did this too. You just see it in his eyes. He was like, bro, this is the worst day of my life. Anti-bevel Conway. It's brutal.
Nate.
Anti-bevel. I don't have one. Go ahead, Bo.
Kind of like Chris's. My anti-bevel Conway is Josh Allen at the podium, man. You know how much it means to him. It's tough to see. Tough to see that. Tough to see a guy get emotional. What?
Nothing. I was scared to say that.
What?
I was scared to say that because yesterday I was kind of laughing when I seen that video.
Yeah.
And Nolan was like, damn, dude, why are you doing that? And I was just like, it's just funny. It's funny.
I think no. Hold on. Let's not get too far away from
2
this.
weeks ago.
Nate, you're taking the exact opposite approach of what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it's a bad look.
No, he's saying it's.
I'm not saying it's a bad look either.
I know, but what you're saying doesn't make sense, in context.
In context?
Yeah, because he's saying, man, that was a really tough thing to watch, and you're saying, I'm glad you said that because I thought it was stupid.
So Chad GLP knows my angle. I see Josh Allen's heart breaking at the podium and see villain laugh from Nate watching the scene.
He loves it. He's an agent of chaos, bro. You have to understand.
What was the MLK quote about hate? Maybe.
How do we
maybe
start the show?
That one for Dr. Fax.
Oh, that's crazy.
Hate is too great a burden to bear.
It is.
He thinks it's his fault.
Wait, yeah, that thing. That's the Deion Dawkins. That was like, bro, that was real pain. There's one thing that Josh cried. And like, some people are like, look at this fucking asshole. The nerve of him to cry. You know, like, but the thing that broke my heart was Deion Dawkins, bro, because he cares about his teammates, bro.
Yeah.
That's a guy you want to go to war with.
And nothing wrong with men getting emotional, Dr. Facts. Come on.
No,
now.
there's not anything wrong, but still, like,
Damn, bro, you're
when-
gonna have a bunch of these men bearing burdens that are unspeakable
It doesn't
all
matter.
alone
I
out
just
here.
feel like it's just funny. Laughing's like one of those. I mean, crying is like one of those things. Like, bro, like even when I cry, like I know when people see me cry, it's like, oh, like he's crying ugly. Like,
Yeah, no, I know.
It just doesn't look good for some people, and I don't know what it is about me. Maybe there's something wrong with my head, but like, it just like it was funny when it came up on the TV, and then Nolan just made me feel bad.
Dude, no, that's funny. You guys have your little rivalry going.
We do.
Oh man, but oh man, shout out to the Bills. Mykonos will be fun.
Yeah,
hang out
I
with
bet.
Trevor Lawrence over
yeah,
there.
you would know because Trevor, you guys have been there for a week already.
Okay, Reed.
Hey, Josh, I can tell you all the spots. Welcome. We're the same. We're finally the same.
Yeah, we throw three picks in
But
the game.
but we got a coach.
You do. That is one thing you have that the Bills currently don't have.
We got
The Bills are like Macon when he blew up his kitchen. People that know our gambling show know this bit that Macon this year blew up his kitchen with no plan, and it kind of feels like
that's what the Bills
that's
did.
what the Bills did. They did a Macon. They blew up their kitchen. They don't have a plan. Like I just heard that the McDermott or the Bean press conference is like what it's like Thursday or something.
So maybe they do have a plan.
I don't know, dude.
You think they have a coach by Thursday? Is that why?
What does it say?
They told him, "Hey, you better have a coach by then."
You better have a coach by then, or we're gonna put a lot of pressure on you to draft better players.
Bro, 10 free spot or 9 now. 9 free coaching spots is crazy.
I know. We need
Right?
to change. Honestly, we should probably. You should coach.
Fuck no.
All right.
Come on.
So
The winner, hold on. We've got to give an anti-bevel winner. You had C.J. Stroud standing over Stover, and Bo had Josh Allen at the podium. Tanner?
C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, that's my vote as well.
All right, unanimous.
Did you laugh at C.J. Stroud and Stover when that happened?
Did I laugh at CJ Stroud?
Were you like, oh, this is tragic?
Standings through 4. Chris, you have 3. Bo has 2. Nate has 1. Little 3-2-1 action. Best seat.
Best seat. Man, I got a couple, but
I got a couple too.
I got a good one.
okay. Best seat, Darius Slay. Because honestly, you can't tell me Darius Slay wasn't like, bro, fuck this. I'm not dealing with FOMO. Like, if this team goes to the Super Bowl or something, I'm going to feel like an idiot. As bad as I wanted to be in Philly and not Buffalo, like, they have to lose this game. So I would say best seat, probably Darius Slay yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Best seat. Fans watching local favorite Landman from Zimbabwe.
Bro, yesterday during the chat or during the live stream, Nate was like, yo, you know Landman's from Zimbabwe? I was like, pass the blunt. There's no fucking way. I'm like, no.
Shout out to Zimbabwe.
And so I figured it was one of those things where, like, you know, his parents were in Zimbabwe and then left. And that turned out to be true because his dad was a rugby player.
Yep, correct.
Yeah.
But Nate was like, yo, they're going crazy in Zimbabwe right now. I'm like, no, they're not. They're not like, remember that white guy came here to play rugby 25 years ago?
We were looking up sports bars in Zimbabwe. Mavericks was one that came
Mavericks, yeah.
Shout out to Mavericks.
Mavericks
It's probably
lose
lit.
yesterday.
It's lit. Landman. We go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Bo, best seat?
Best seat. My best seat is the Seattle D-line after being up 17-0 in the first quarter on the Niners.
That's a pretty good
Those
one.
dudes are just fucking pinning their ears back. You're at home. Crowd is loud as hell. You know that they got to throw the ball. You are just humming. Leonard Williams and those boys were cooking. So that's a good seat to be. That's a good place to be in, man, as a D-lineman. That's the best.
Dude, that's a good one. I vote Bo.
I'll give you one. Best seat, DMV. We're getting a sphere.
Oh, no. Yeah, okay. Okay.
We're getting a sphere.
A sphere.
Like Vegas. They're putting one of the Vegas spheres in the DMV.
Yeah. So tell me more about that.
Reed,
tell me more about that if you know a little bit more about that, because that's really fucking exciting. Because my friend Tom, who I love, is like, hey man, we should go out to fish. My birthday, we should go out to fish. Is that the sphere? I'm like, you got a better chance of seeing God than me going to Vegas for something.
And now look.
So this was slid in Saturday night. Maryland Governor Moore Westmore.
Crazy.
Nate's the only one allowed to make sex jokes on this pod, Chris. Chill, bro.
But Maryland is working to bring a sphere similar to the one in Vegas to the National Harbor. It's going to be right along the Potomac. Look at that little rendering.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the spot right. That's the MGM, the glass building?
Yep.
So I got to give a best seat to me and Tom. Speaking of Tom, Saturday, or was it Friday night? This gave me a little wind in my sails just in case Saturday ended the way it ended. I got to go to Dirty Nelly's and watch Fonville and Freibush. I don't know how to say the name of the duo, but it was awesome, featuring Morgan Burrs, who's a dude that plays in Butcher Brown. It's a Richmond musical act, and I've seen, I think it was Butcher Brown or was it Morgan Burrs before at Dirty Nelly's. Anyways, fucking awesome. I'm gonna go to a Butcher Brown show somewhere else because that was awesome. I just want to shout out the musicians at Dirty Nelly's Friday night. Evidently, Morgan Burrs does listen to the show. We had a great night.
Yeah,
that was an
Morgan.
all-timer, dude. Dirty Nelly's got great music. Got
Great
great
vibe.
music.
Shout out Dirty Nelly's.
Shout out. All right, we're going to pick a best seat of the 5 submissions. Chris with Darius Slay / Chris and Tom on Friday night. Bo with the Seattle D-line. Or Nate with Landman from Zimbabwe / DMV Sphere. Nolan, who you have?
I'm going with Nate's Zimbabwean football fans.
Bro, they didn't even know the game was going, dude.
Yeah, I'm with Noel. Zimbabwean
Right,
sports
unanimous.
bars. Yeah.
Let's go.
Shout out Mavericks.
Shout out, man.
Oh, Chris.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
Crystal.
I love Sellies, dude. I love Sellies. Reed, I'm going to send you a video. You got to throw it up in a second so I can show people what the music was like Friday night. But, so yeah.
Worst seat. Bo, what's your worst seat?
Oh, dude. So I was watching the game last night. It got a little late, I didn't want to get up, go to bed. And so I was watching Harrison Mevis post-game presser against after the win, after he kicked the winning field goal against the Bears. And I'm like looking at my phone, fucking around, and I'm just kind of listening. And I swear to God, this motherfucker was speaking like some sort of like
robot
Latin
voice.
Or
They
like,
accidentally put him in the robot voice.
Dude, it was crazy. It sounded like he was talking backwards. It was like it was the most bizarre thing I've ever heard, dude.
We're not allowed to show this.
Can we put it
But
up?
we can
put it up.
We can show
Audio.
a screenshot.
But it's his voice.
I know, but we can show a screenshot and you can imagine what his voice would be like.
So
Just
go look it up because it was the most
He was
bizarre
like,
thing.
I
I thought it was like my TV, and I immediately took to Twitter and was like, "Is this fucking real?" It sounded fucking.
He sounded like Farmer Fran.
Yeah.
It was an attempt to cover up somebody cussing in the background, is what I read. And that was their way of censoring it.
Oh, interesting.
Just scrambled audio.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
That's
I thought he
interesting.
was trying to do one of the what is it that cop spoof movie. I thought he was like a joke with his friends, like, watch if I get interviewed.
No.
I'm just gonna mumble and make everyone feel crazy and then say real words.
No, I just always think about Zach Galifianakis and that skit. I can't even, you guys haven't seen it. So could you put me in the robot voice? So
worst seat.
My worst seat is going to be Cowboy Reed. Cowboy Reed at the bar, finding out, because like I legitimately was like the we were into the first half of the Seahawks game when I found out. Like, I think I was behind y'all. Like, my phone died, and I was just sitting in silence watching the game. Like, it was very peaceful. And I turned the phone on, and I'm like, 14 text messages. I'm not reading fuck all about what they're talking about. But when I found out, the first person I thought about was Cowboy Reed. And I said, Reed, where were you when you found out the news about Bo Nix? He was like, well, I was at the bar. And then I left.
Goddamn slip and slide, man.
So you go from your best night to your worst night. And then, Nate, did you send that thinking it was real?
No, I don't know. Did I?
You sent it. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't think it was real when I seen it. I just thought it was funny.
Bro, you fucking
who
you
does
had
fucking
me
slip and slide
hot with that meme this morning, dude. You'll send some shit in the group text that's just unreal. He put a meme up in the group text, and I was like, luckily people have eyes. It was something equating CJ Stroud.
Something like they both have 5 picks in
2 games.
CJ Stroud and Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
And one of it's like, oh, poor baby. And the other one's like, call HR right
Yeah. And somebody out there is like, yo, this is a good meme. Dude, this is what happened. So, yeah, I think Reed had the worst seat. That's my opinion.
Nate?
Worst seat. I'm giving it to table companies who sells Bills Mafia fans tables just for them to break and buy new ones for the following week to break again. The season's over. No tables will be bought to be broken until next year. So I got to think whatever companies who were selling those tables for them to jump through and break.
Dude, you don't think Walmart just has fucking tables stocked up?
Maybe in Buffalo, like extra ones. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those companies.
Worst seat. That's a really
like it's gonna slow down, right?
Sure.
Like a lot of people ain't rushing in there Sunday morning. Like we need a table to jump through.
Like, 140 less units this week. Like I don't know, dude.
Because how many tables you think get broken in
a week? I would say 140, like in Buffalo, like around the stadium, or
only 140.
I don't think they're breaking.
People are bringing a new table every time.
Those tailgates.
I think you break a table once and then.
I don't know, man.
See, you
I think the dildos.
Have you jumped through a table yet? You can't really cheer for Josh like that.
Yes, I can.
You have to like.
I got to get
jump
worse
through a table.
CTE to cheer for Josh Allen.
Table right there.
You know, I'll let him light me on fire and jump through a table if the stakes are right, dude.
What?
You know they can light people on fire and be unharmed.
Yeah.
I'm not. No.
Get a fire retardant suit.
Yep, that's right. No, that's what they're called.
Yeah. Worst seat. Let's pick it. Nolan?
Table salesman's really good, but I'm going with Chris's Cowboy Reed.
Table salesman's a work of art.
No, I'm going with Cowboy Reed as well. I think it's insane that you didn't just stay out and drink your sorrows away.
Yeah,
I was sad boy, and then I was like,
especially
Jared Stidham!
Yeah.
Reed made me go home early.
I know.
It was just like, damn, I'm just by myself. Like, what kind of fucking loser? Just looking around in the bar by himself.
Nate texted me. He was like, yo, should I get a table for us? And then I walked up and I was like, hey, man, I'm going to stop in and then I'm going to roll.
That's crazy.
Hollow Man.
I mean, should we take – because I don't want to – just do CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud. Got it.
Like, so he's gonna say Allen. I'm gonna say Stroud. And then somebody else is gonna have to say like, I don't know who.
John Harbaugh.
Take him off the board.
Okay, I got
Harbaugh.
One.
Maybe you should just have to take him off the board.
How about Harbaugh?
No Josh Allen. No CJ
Stroud.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna do Harbaugh. I just feel like maybe punch in the air. Just thinking about the opportunity of even interviewing with someone like Josh Allen and that team, I just feel like you have to feel a little hollow that you were, maybe 24 to 36 hours away.
In the same vein, what about Cam Ward? He's like ready for all the interviews, and he's like got his interview clothes laid out, and he's got like he's like, these are the questions I'm gonna ask this head coach, and then they keep fucking getting hired elsewhere.
No, but like how many of those interviews you think he's been in? They said they've had almost 40 people in the interview.
I bet like they're calling him and they're like, man, I'm in fucking the Bahamas right now, dude. I'm not. Record the meeting, dude. Record the meeting. I'll check it out later.
40 meetings is crazy.
No, that's nuts. Oh, you wanted to be in the meetings?
Exactly. It's off, so you'd be like, hey, we got another 4 today.
Hey,
Are you free?
30 hours.
Yeah, that drove 30. Yeah, that's funny.
That was one of the best songs on that album.
Shout out to Ye.
Yeah, formerly.
Nah, shout out to Ye.
Yeah.
Never make me hate Ye.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure he'll come out with an album where he's banging pots and pans together soon.
Nah, Andre did that already.
No, don't even fucking equate the two, dude.
Why? That's exactly what he did.
With 3000 doing flute music.
No, you wouldn't. You haven't yet. So
I have. I've listened to the album.
How was it?
It was fucking fantastic.
You listened to it once.
Genius.
You listened to it once.
Well, I don't like listening to that stuff in the car.
Exactly. Flutes.
Okay.
Shout out Andre 3000.
Yeah, dude. Don't even talk about my goat, bro.
He's just
a higher character person.
For sure.
All right. So I got Hollow Man. I guess I'll do I'll let Bo go.
I'm gonna go with Trey White. You know, he removed himself. I don't know if he got injured or what the deal is, but he wasn't on the field for that one touchdown. That was the Mims touchdown, I think, right? And then he had the DPI and was screaming at the ref, threw his helmet. I'm sure he's going to catch a fat fine for that. His playoff game check will be a little light this week. Probably regretting that one. So he's my Hollow Man.
I guess I will go. I'll go. No. I'm gonna go. Yeah. It's something I don't want to give out lightly. I'll give it to Cam Ward because of the fucking stupid thing, but we're not gonna win this one. We'll give this one to
Tanner?
Trey White.
Yeah, I guess Trey White, yeah.
Nolan?
Yeah, I'm going Trey.
Boom. Unanimous.
Okay. STL Memorial. I'm going to go with the Rams front. Their front seven. I don't think they were the biggest story of the weekend, because they don't have a bunch of gaudy sack numbers or anything like that. But you said it, you're going to have to win this game stopping the run at times without throwing a bunch at the front. I thought they set good edges. We talked about Poona Ford. He's a specialist. He's brought in to do a job. He has a very specific set of skills, and he does them. And I thought Jared Verse in short yardage situations. We talked about, did I mention Stewart already?
Josiah Stewart, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good team effort. Byron Young, who's like a pass rusher, who's on pace to have 15 buckets, he's in there throwing his hat in there. Landman, all those guys, although it was the front for me. So I'll go Rams front. And it's STL Memorial, which, a little
nice touch.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
STL Memorial. I'm giving it to Reed's guy, the Roach man. My guy Roach, feel like he played absolutely amazing. 2 sacks, had a fumble recovery?
Balled.
Yeah, he balled out.
The run game?
Say it again.
The run game was ugly.
It's all right. Don't do that. All right? Don't do that. She
shouldn't?
had 2 sacks. Don't do that with guys.
I'm not doing that?
We're not picking. Don't.
Wait, I can't do that?
No, we can't.
Would you like a little bubble to live in?
He had 2 sacks.
You want to live in a little bubble?
We're not talking about the run, right?
You're right.
All right?
It had nothing to do with that.
Got Josh Allen on the ground, his silly ass.
This isn't your show, Chris.
Yeah. Don't do that. You don't get to do that. Only I get to do that.
What the heck?
Only I get to do that.
Yeah, shout out to Roach, man. Sorry, Chris just tried to.
I didn't shit on him. I just said even an STL Memorial.
I can't give him one.
You can. Just poking holes in this particular one.
As I learned in the group chat, Malcolm Roach has his own emoji.
Look at that, Roach. Throw the roaches in the chat. Throw the roaches
That's actually
in the
pretty
chat.
fucking cool, dude. He's got a cool aesthetic too, man. He's just that's a cool last name too.
Mm-hmm.
For a D tackle.
Louisiana.
Bo.
STL Memorial. I already talked about this a little bit, but I'm going Joe Thuney. It's fucking so hard to do that, man. And I know the Rams front seven played really well. Chris just talked about that, but dude, just switch over like this late in the season. It's pretty impressive. Joe T.
Okay.
Well, voting, you know where I'm voting. Nolan?
I'm going with the Rams front seven. Great performance.
I'm going with Joe Thuney.
Oh, we've got it across the board.
Split decision.
So we are at 4 for Chris and Bo and 3 for Nate. Coming down to the game ball.
Shot.
Nate?
I mean, I leave this for you guys, so you guys have something to win. Like, I just stopped caring about this once we started doing this style, you know?
Yeah, I know.
It's just different.
We can tell.
We gotta make sure we gotta make sure you leave out of here happy. So it's always good.
It's all about keeping me happy.
Absolutely.
You know, the makers of the tables that sometimes the tables, you know, you think about the tables. You could just do it quicker if you throw in the game. Make it make more sense.
Game ball. Who's your game ball?
Bo Nix, bro. Bo Nix.
Love it.
Won a game on a broken ankle in the playoffs. I mean, who do your best, Bo and Nate. Continue your intentional meltdown, dude.
I mean, I like that. I like the Bo Nix pick. I'm going with Kenneth Walker, dude. I think he's a study at 3 touchdowns. He looked fucking decisive.
But he's got the best quarterback in the NFL.
That is true. I mean,
Don't
you're
do
not wrong
that.
about that. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Game ball given to Sean Payton. I mean, he deserves it. Coached a great game. You know, knocked Josh Allen right out of the playoffs again.
Look at the way he's turning. A minute ago, he goes, if I'm Harbaugh, hollow man, because I didn't get to interview, I would love to sit down with Josh Allen. Like, you thought Josh Allen was going to interview Harbaugh. You didn't even say it right. And now you're doing a 180. You're doing a 180. He's trash now.
I didn't say that. I did say he's trash. That's why I'm giving Sean the game ball.
Because it's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
to knock a guy like him out of the playoffs.
I mean, is it not?
No.
Is it not?
No. No, it's not. Not when the guy's fucking running around pitchy woo-woo before the half, dude.
Pitchy woo-woo. That was some bullshit. That was some bullshit, Josh Allen. Oh, my God. Oh, man.
Game ball voting. I'm going with Bo, Kenneth Walker.
Well, that's how you win.
Wow.
Are you going with Bo? Wow, that's a wild twist.
Hey,
I take that shit back. Anybody could throw that ball with a broken ankle. He didn't have to fucking move at all.
Hey, Bo incredible, Sean Payton incredible. 3 touchdowns when your running back mate goes down. Double incredible.
That's a reasonable man.
He couldn't even run the ball. What about the quarterback?
85% of the plays, I know.
Oh, you guys, I'm going home mad. You're all fired. So okay.
No more lasagna for any of you fuckers.
It's not even your lasagna, dude, technically.
I'm going with Kenneth Walker as well.
I'm going Bo Nix.
Congratulations, Bo.
KW.
Yeah. Okay, now that I have the floor,
Bo.
can I share something with you guys?
Yeah, PTI style. You can tell us something.
Since I won. Okay, dude, I got this Japanese mini truck for Christmas from Grindr. Did I tell you about this?
No, but I know those things are fucking sick.
No, dude.
So sick. It's been in the shop getting paid in butter yellow, and it's getting delivered in like 10 minutes, and I fucking cannot wait to see
Can you
it. I had to
stay
get,
on?
Hey,
Dude, these things are
we
epic.
forgot
some
we
photos.
forgot to do
I
this.
keep looking outside. But,
We forgot.
Hey, can I
Can you go
fucking finish my
mobile?
thought, bro? I want to talk about my fucking
Nah,
truck.
Chris
that I've
was
been stoked
talking, so that
about.
means you're done. Chris started talking already, so that means you're done. So don't get mad at me.
Oh, it's my fault. My fault. My bad. Sorry. Sorry for keeping the lights on.
You're all welcome to come hang out and drive around in my truck, except for Nate. Peace.
Oh, this is gonna be sick, dude. Are you talking about a?
Bo's racist.
Oh, he's gone.
Our MLK Day, he said I can drive. I'm the only one that's not invited.
That's
God damn,
wild.
messed up. No, but
I'm
we
not
forgot
even
to
gonna
talk about
bite the cheese there.
last week. We forgot to talk about the potential of Alcatraz, bro.
Yeah. So there's a possibility. I posed a possible activity for content and for the boys here. This looks incredible. Where's he gonna drive this shit though?
Dude, around to the beach. So this is
around town.
Yeah, man. You think of you and your friend groups ripping around these. They're not expensive either. They're like $3,000.
Think of you wedged under an 18-wheeler.
Exactly. Like our kayaks won't even fit.
Like
would it?
Yeah. You get
would it?
Yeah, it would.
You'd have to really
put an attachment on there.
No, you have to throw an attachment on there. This is a wild
Think
deal.
of your life.
This is a wild deal. This is how I know no kids, no wife. Because, like, you don't have time for shit like this anymore.
Dude, you and your friends ripping it around town in mini trucks?
Bro, that's the shit you use to work. That's the shit you use to work out and you push and you put fucking weights in the back of that shit.
Yeah.
Mike Allstott
dude, we
style.
can get strong.
Yeah. No.
Are you putting this in the fucking thing or no?
Yeah.
You got to put it on the podcast. There you go.
Yeah.
It was on. It played through all the way, so
Okay.
I thought we were done.
Okay, sorry. I'm like,
sorry.
well, we got to show the people. They think we're looking at like
It was
something
on,
totally
like,
different.
It's third loop, and I was
It's like if you know, like the smart cars, if it became a truck, right?
Yeah.
Smart truck.
Idea.
Yeah.
That's perfect for Bo. So the idea that we have is, should we not drink alcohol the whole week?
Wait, what?
Let's see.
How
You're
can
not
you
ready
do
for
that?
this journey.
I thought we
No, so I want to go to Alcatraz.
Sponsors.
I want to go to Alcatraz and mushrooms in Alcatraz.
Okay.
That's the idea. And what I'd like to do is have like a private tour. I don't want to be in like a group of people. This is what you asked me to talk about. Yeah. Do I have permission?
Yeah.
Just wanted to check. But like, I think it'd be a lot of fun to be tripping balls in Alcatraz with my friends, not alone. With like you, me, Cowboy Reed.
I'm down.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like you're so down anymore.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. Your face is tightening up
Oh,
a
I
little
definitely
bit. Are you afraid?
I am. I just don't know where the no drinking thing come from. Like
that kind of made you upset.
it didn't make.
Didn't he get real tight? He got real tight and upset. Why you fix your face, bro?
I just didn't think that like going to Alcatraz would have anything to do with drinking.
No, it made me think about mushrooms, which made me think it'd be nice not to have a week-long hangover coming out of San Francisco.
Ah, got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, you didn't say all that. I understand that.
Well, I know, but put the gun down. So maybe just a pile of weed and maybe some shrooms in Alcatraz, and we like take a pack that y'all are gonna get so hammered, just like New Orleans.
Yep.
That shit was like, damn, a war of attrition last year. Dudes were dropping like flies. This year we got to hydrate,
sleep, eat.
I was fine, guys. I had an amazing time.
I was fine, but it's just you come back and you're like,
I just made that worse. I made that worst decision last year that I will not make this year.
What is it?
I didn't get on that private with you guys that last day.
I got bad news for you.
On the way back,
we gotta, we might be covered wagon back home.
Oh my god!
If this Indiana bet doesn't hit tonight, so. But I kind of would like, like a little reverse 1883. We go east. Sorry, babe, I'll be home in 7 months. So anyways, if the Broncos win the Super Bowl, I will covered wagon across the country.
Wait, what does that mean?
Really
wow. What does covered wagon mean?
Got the clip.
That's the
covered. You guys are like cut that
we
super
have got
close.
the clip.
Yeah, wait, what is that?
Hey, will you pull up that music though? Because I really want you.
Oregon
This is
Trail.
a dirty,
yeah.
It's a Dirty Nelly shout out. This is a Dirty Nelly shout out before we leave. We leave the podcast for the night. Can't believe there's no Monday Night Football. There's nothing to talk about. But this is the best bar in America. This is Dirty Nelly's. I can't go for that. That's a good bar. It's a good bar when you have the drop ceilings. There's a fireplace in the bar. Sometimes you see dogs in the bar, things like that. This is one of my favorite bars on the planet. Is Dirty Nelly's. We don't need any new people though, so I don't know really what I was doing there, shouting it out.
Dirty Nelly's in Northern Virginia.
Yes, yeah,
that's
in Northern
you
Virginia.
Go to.
Okay, I think that's all of it, guys. I mean, I don't really have anything else.
We talked about tonight. We talked about next week.
Somebody said Nate clenched up on the no alky. Dang.
I barely drink. Like, chill out, guys.
That's crazy. Do you barely drink?
Yeah, I do barely drink.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure?
Like, yeah. Like what? I drink once a week, bro.
Yo, according to some, that's a lot.
Is that? You think?
Yeah, how many
Nate
units?
drinks
Really?
one
Yeah,
case.
Like
People
drinking on one day, like 1 day a week is a lot. Like
that's
for
what
like
people are saying now, depending on how much you drink.
depending on how
many
much you
units?
drink. Oh, how many units?
10 to 12,
No.
6 to 8.
If I'm buying my own drinks,
Yeah.
2.
Oh, really?
If other people are buying drinks, it's whatever the night,
Yeah.
whatever it brings.
Yeah, I'm down to maybe 1.5 units a week because I'll take weeks totally off and then I'll just binge drink.
I mean, that's basically what I'm
That's every
saying too, though.
5 weeks.
Like we're saying the same thing. So if I go out one time and I'm telling you I'm buying 2
That's not
drinks,
what I heard, though.
and then other people buy me drinks, see,
I
that's
heard
what
you're in
happens
there
when you go
slizzard.
out.
I heard you're in there slizzard.
You've never heard that. You've never heard that.
Sweating.
And you've never seen me slizzard.
Oh, I've seen you slizzard, bro.
Like when?
like
Vegas 4 years ago.
recently. It was ugly. I used to get shit-faced, but I don't do that anymore. I really don't.
Face?
Oh, man, we used to get so drunk. Just like everybody in this chat. And if you're not 40 yet, you'll know what I'm talking about. Unless you become an alcoholic, and then you just keep the party going until it stops.
Right.
I just think I like this lifestyle of abstinence I got going on. So, anyways.
Bring Bo back on. Where's that stupid-ass truck?
Yeah, where's the stupid truck?
I just asked him to send a picture. Hopefully he'll.
Yeah, can he? Yeah,
that's actually dope. I'm going to go to Tampa at some point and ride around with him.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
A little go-kart.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I've been drinking, that Willie's Reserve.
Do you like it?
Oh, do I like it? That's good. That's good stuff. Willie's Reserve. It's a THC drink. Shout out to Willie Nelson. That's it. We're going. We're going to championship weekend. That's where we're headed. We've only got 2 games to talk about. We will be probably find a guest for the preview show this week because of the lack of. But this is where it gets fun. Where you know it's not like, hey, break down these 14 games. Make sure you get the Saints so their fans don't get mad. It's all about just hanging out this Thursday. Maybe a guest, maybe a little football talk, but
tickets probably cheap for you, Reed, right? You want to go to Denver next weekend?
No, they're a little cheddar cheese.
You
don't do that.
You don't have faith in Stidham. You don't want to go anymore.
No, I
do
want to go.
Fan. You're not a real fan.
Can somebody give me a prop that I should play for like max money tonight? Like I gotta get the. Can anybody name?
Elijah Surratt. Surratt, anytime touchdown.
Surratt, anytime touchdown.
Anytime touchdown?
Yeah,
Mendoza.
Yeah.
He's the guy.
Okay.
He's got that.
Ruben Bain.
He wears
sack.
purple.
Over one.
Such a big win for the Hoosiers. You know what you think about this win? You know Miami's got some good pass rushers, but we got some big hogs. That dude's up there flowing though, dude. Yeah.
Last thing, did you notice that the NFL gave the script away last week? The 4 quarterbacks closest to the Super Bowl trophy in their graphic ahead of the divisional round were the QBs that moved on.
Yeah, but look at Bo Nix. He's the closest to the trophy.
And he got
shit.
But he got too close to the sun.
Is it Broncos Seahawks?
Fuck.
Man, that's wild.
They did the script. How long?
Oh shit, Bo Nix. What?
When did they put this out?
I don't like how they
this
put
was
Josh
2 days ago.
Allen
This
behind
was before,
CJ Stroud, though. That's crazy.
This was before the divisional round.
Also, who drew this up? Did anybody at home? Like everybody, just closing thought as everybody hangs out in the chat. So y'all don't know what the fuck you're talking about when we get something wrong. Tell me who had, what'd you have? Did any of you have 4 of 8 of these teams? Did any of you have 6 of 8 of these teams? Did you have 3 of 8 of these teams? Like this is the craziest year of football I can remember. Like honestly, who would have thought, besides Dr. Fax, he thought Patriots going all the way. So we're
Patriots.
So go Fax, go Patriots, and we will see you on
later this week.
Friday? Thursday?
Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Take care.
Thursday.